Hello, hello, hi guys. Welcome back to the Football Showdown channel. It's been a great week for football. It's been a great week as a fan. A lot of comebacks, unlike this headline. Other teams have had a great comeback in their own season. Some of them are in a title race, some of them are just bantering. And to help us break down this great weekend, let's call upon today's panel, Arush and Parth. Hey guys, I know we are the false five, but it'll be nice to have five people at the same time once in a while. Yeah, how are you guys? How are you guys been?
Uh,
Great,
it's
man.
it's just I'm a few hours away from leaving Berlin, so yeah, this would be my last live stream with this background, and from next week onwards, I'll be at my home. So yeah,
Doing good. Wait, you'll fly today? Like for real, like today?
I've got a train at 7:30, so the time now is 4:30.
You're streaming here instead of spending
Yeah, I
time with
can,
your
I can,
friend.
I can, I can. Yeah.
I mean,
Dedication is
it's
unreal, bro.
yeah. I mean, like when we had Dr. Vivek come on. I mean, like, participate in a stream when he was at a party. I mean, it's, part is like, oh, fuck it, we'll stream. But yeah, it is what it is. It's been a great week. We'll talk about the Premier League, but I thought it'd be nice to like have a small detour from England and talk a little bit what's happening abroad. Uh, La Liga and Bundesliga have caught my eye. Serie A not so much, but I thought we'll talk about the comebacks that we had in uh, Bundesliga first. The
Mhm.
fact that Bayern have dropped points because they've just drawn to Union Berlin in dramatic fashion and obvious Bayer Leverkusen uh, have come back with their doozy where they're scoring in the late minutes, and I thought this was like proper comedy because right now the point difference is only
Six
6 points,
points.
6 points from the top, right? And then we have the Barca comeback against Atletico Madrid. 2-4. Till the 67th minute or till the 70th minute, it was like what, 2-0 Atletico Madrid,
2-0.
and then Barca goes and equalizes within like 10-15 minutes and then takes the lead. It's something else, man. As an Atletico Madrid fan, I think it's been a horrible week. You had to endure the fact that your arch rivals, Real Madrid, have done have done you dirty as always, and then you had Barca come and do a huge number at your own home ground, not even like at their home. Ainsley, the Barca fan, he says the best game ever. Yeah, little context on why these games were important. The points table. The first one is the Bundesliga table, where we have Bayern Munich and Bayer Leverkusen with just 6 point difference. I think they still have eight more games remaining, right? They have what? 34 games, yeah, 34 games, so eight more games remaining, and you never know. You never really know what's going to happen. And then the Barca, uh, yeah, Barca being in the title race with just one game in hand and having the same points with Real Madrid, I think it's crucial for them. Atletico Madrid, I didn't think they would slip up, but yeah, it is what it is. It's been that kind of game week. It's been that kind of game week for them.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll take in another immediately comment. Let's go. Was so pumped, bro. It was 3:30 a.m. at home. I was screaming. I can imagine, man. I can imagine.
I
I think.
remember
Mm,
before the game, me and Ainsley were talking about the game, and I was like, I really wanted to watch the match, but I wouldn't be able to because it starts at like 1:30 or something. And he said the
mm,
same thing. And then he ended up saying, hope it's a good match that I wake up because I have to wake up early in the morning. So I hope it's
right.
a good game. So the first thing I did in the morning was text him and ask him about the game, and he was buzzing. So just tells me
Fair
something.
enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I actually have a junior of mine from school who was at the stadium. So every like 10, like he had some, I think, close to 65 to 70 snaps or stories or whatever on Instagram. So he just kept posting stories, especially when Atletico scored first, second. Somehow he had the video of all the goals. Like all six
He
goals,
was
he was
with
just
his phone out.
yeah, probably he was just like that. Whatever happens, I'm just going to record. So probably that's what happened. I mean, that's what I kind of did when during the final as well. Like, whenever
Mhm.
Argentina had the ball, I was like waiting. Something gonna happen. Something
Also,
gonna happen.
this is also like a point of debate, right? Because lots of
Mm,
people say that you're supposed to enjoy the spectacle of the game, and
Mm.
that's what
mm,
people also argue during like concerts, when people take videos of such, like just enjoy the moment. But for some people,
mm.
actually, it is something as a memory to be taken.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I
True,
wouldn't.
true. Mm, mm, mm. Uh, I know it's been a while. It's been a while. How are you, man? Yeah, hello. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, we're all good. How are you been? It's been a while since I saw any activity from you, even on Twitter. So I hope you're doing well. Uh, yeah, I mean, again, coming to the point regarding fans, right? If you are a regular fan who can like keep going to matches, I think
Makes
you get
sense.
to like not take a video and just
Mhm.
enjoy. At the same time, you never know, even in that match, the regular match, when is that spectacle moment when comes? Suppose your own team is going down and suddenly you have like something like a Reece Nelson goal, like 2 seasons back. Imagine that
I
happens.
think what I think is it's those fans who critique these fans because
Hmm,
it's just how they feel about it, because they've
hmm,
been the ones who come to the stadium on a regular basis and see them with their
hmm,
phones out, which may spoil their complete experience of it. But
hmm,
also, it is the same fact as to how they would feel that they are bigger fans because they're closer
Yeah.
to the stadium, they
hmm, hmm,
attend more matches, and they would just disregard the fans that are across because you
hmm,
see, for them it is a game at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, but for us over here it's a game at 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, and people across the
hmm,
world have it at 5:30 or something, so which is
hmm, hmm,
crazy for amount of dedication for a club that is
hmm,
not next to your house as such for you to
hmm,
support. So that is quite a good debate.
hmm, hmm, hmm. Parth, since you were in Germany, did you get a chance to watch any local
No,
matches,
I
anything?
couldn't. I tried to get the tickets, but all the tickets for Union Berlin games were sold out. I mean, I tried to get into the ballot, but I wasn't able to get a game.
Ooh, imagine you got the tickets for the match against Bayern. Would have been
Bayern, yeah,
insane.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Would have been
stadium's
insane.
like 40 minutes from my home, so yeah.
Perfect, good. But yeah, it is what it is. Next time. There's always a next
Mm.
time. Ainsley says, man, to be fair, it's just overwhelming, man. Watching your favorite player, hopefully, can go for a Barca game. Or even Lewandowski. Yeah, yeah. Lewandowski is such a good player, man. Like, you should watch him in live. Like, I think, you know what? You know what? Just for the sake of it, we'll talk about Lewandowski. Like, you think Barca would have had that comeback without Lewandowski? Like, the amount of
No.
shit that Ainsley has been giving Lewandowski, right? He's so
To
shit.
be
I
fair to
won't.
him, that was a good goal, man. That was a
Oh,
good
yeah, it's
finish
very,
even
Yeah.
when he was
very much.
slipping.
Again,
Mhm,
the kind of goals Ferran Torres scored,
mhm,
they are the goals that the current Lewandowski wouldn't score, but the
mhm,
one that Lewandowski scored,
mhm,
Ferran Torres can't even think of scoring that.
And
So,
also for a
mhm,
fact
yeah.
that Ferran Torres is actually the most clinical super sub of this
Mhm.
season. He has the
mhm,
most goals off
mhm.
the bench. So
So,
that's
okay.
considering it's Ferran Torres, it's something very crazy because that guy was
Mhm.
deemed to be finished after he left City. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think this season he has like what 14 goals after a break, if I'm not wrong, or 13 goals, something,
yeah,
if I'm not
and
wrong.
I
Yeah.
think 8 of them have come off the bench.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to be fair, he scored a goal, a top goal, so good enough.
I have no idea how the turnaround happened, the comeback happened. I watched the game
They
yesterday,
sat back.
and Atletico
Mm,
was actually cruising. They
mm,
had plenty of moments. The Sorloth goal, the second goal that came, they had
mm,
plenty such moments, but I have no idea they were fluffing their chances. And again, it's about getting a chance and scoring of it, and
mm,
that instigated a comeback, man. I mean, after that, it
Mm.
was just Barcelona peppering the goal
mm,
and
mm.
just crumbled. And this is very unlike Atletico.
True, true. I mean, if you look at the game week, right, even against Real Madrid, they were the ones who were having
Yeah,
majority of the chances ended, and even
Real
against Barca, the same thing happened. So,
Real outplayed. Atletico
Atletico.
outplayed Real on every front. I mean, they were
Mm-hmm.
terribly unlucky to lose it on pens. I mean, it was the correct decision. It was a harsh one, but it is what it is.
True, true. And obviously, my boy Gallagher had to assist. It's there. It's
He
like
came off the bench and assisted, no?
Yep. Yesterday he came off the bench and
He came off
assisted.
the bench. Yeah, he came off the bench. Yeah, yeah. Anyways, that is regarding the Barca match. The Leverkusen match, I was not able to like get much out of it. Like I watched the highlights. I thought I could like write down some points to talk about. I just know that the first time I watched Stiller play, he was one of the reasons
He
Leverkusen.
scored an own goal, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
he scored an own goal. So I was like, okay,
So
I'm
so
watching
did
it.
our goat. So did our goat Granit Xhaka as well.
Yeah, yeah. Even he considered an own goal. So just yeah, I didn't watch this. But yeah, let's come back to England. Okay. Before we come back to England, I guess we have one more comment to take. That handball in the game was a point when Barcelona made the cup.
What
Right?
Which
handball?
handball?
Which handball?
I've got no idea.
Probably in the highlights, it didn't show because I watched highlights. I watched the game.
I watched the entire game. I'm not able to recollect any handball incident.
Yeah. Then I don't know. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, do let us know. We'll come back to England till then. Yeah, the
So
London Derby.
What a game.
The London Derby.
I
I
was
mean,
buzzing for the entire 90 minutes, man. I watched the match again. I mean, when I was watching it the first time, it was all a bit haywire, so I took some
uh,
time off to watch it again.
mm.
And it was like, yeah, yeah, we won 3 points. Let's go. Uh, yeah.
I see. Um, okay, I'll be very honest, right? I didn't watch the game. I slept. I slept through the game. I thought, okay, you know what? I'll take a half an hour nap like Arush did during the UCL. I'll take, I'll take a half an hour nap. Suddenly, I woke up straight after the match got over. I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
Then luckily we won. And then I just saw the timeline and it was all Martinelli good points. Like Martinelli did this, Martinelli did that. Then we scored from a set piece. It's been a while since we scored
Yep.
from set piece now. I don't remember. Did we
Last
score
time
a set
against
piece?
Tottenham.
It was against,
Hello?
yeah, Tottenham in December.
First or second week of January, I think.
Mm,
Yes, sir.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah, we
But
scored
that
a
was
hat
an
trick.
own goal. But that was an own goal from Dominic Solanke. So the last time we scored an Arsenal set piece goal, it was in December, I think.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Oh my God.
I didn't
Uh,
I didn't see this game as a boring game, to be honest, but it
so,
might
I
have
mean,
gotten frustrating, but I think
uh,
it was what you would expect from a side that we have. And
yes,
for a fact that we didn't face a low block, we faced a completely disoriented Chelsea team,
yeah,
which I don't know what they were doing. But I
mm,
think our defensive display was quite amazing this time around,
mm,
apart from the weeks that have gone by,
mm,
because we've looked shaky in the past couple of weeks, giving away goals. This
mm,
week we
uh,
looked very strong, and
mm,
also for a fact that it was the same, our attack not being dominant enough to score the chances that we created in the game, because the
mm,
opening 30 minutes felt like you would we would end up this game with another 5-0 win.
yep,
mm,
But then all of a sudden, end of the first half, we just allowed them to have some
mm,
control in the game, and then the second half came and the game just got very rough. So
mm,
that's
mm,
just how it was.
I mean, Chelsea could have played that game for another 90 minutes and they still wouldn't have scored. They had
They
no
mm,
didn't.
impetus to attack. I have no idea what's got into Maresca and the Chelsea players that got them to play this way, because when they were on a high, everyone was like, oh, we need to attack like Chelsea. And
mm,
now suddenly, the more I watch Chelsea, and I'm like, how is that team still fourth in the league?
this comment was like, bro, what do you
Now
like?
I
he's
mean,
right. He's right. Yeah, he's
if you
right.
saw Caicedo in the game, he had his mind somewhere else. I'd say that he didn't have a good game.
Mm,
He
mm, mm,
was being absolutely marshaled by Odegaard, Rice,
mm,
and Partey.
mm, mm,
And I think he didn't have enough influence on what you would expect and what you would recall from lots of fans talking about Caicedo being one of the best center mids or
mm,
defensive
mm,
midfielders in the league.
mm,
Yeah,
I don't agree because this wasn't his best performance.
mm,
And
mm,
for him to come and talk about a performance, leave the being like they've been rebuilding for 7 years, although he got the fact wrong there. But
yeah,
uh-huh,
they hadn't been the better team. Apart from one Raya giving them a chance, I don't think
yep,
uh-huh,
they did
exactly.
anything in the game
mm,
attacking
mm,
wise. All they tried was shots from outside the box, which were
mm,
all often very blocked, and
mm,
that's what they already did, bro. They had zero penetration on a defense.
mm, mm. And Martinelli, man, like I see, I didn't watch the game, so I don't know how he was in the entire time that he was there on the pitch. But when I saw the highlights, I was so happy. Like, see, first of all, Martinelli against Cucurella, I was like, okay, this could be something else because I saw the lineup and that's when I slept. So I saw the lineup. So Cooker against Martinelli, I'm like, okay, I don't know if this could be possible because Saka against Cucurella itself struggles, right? Because Cucurella is like a front foot kind of defender. Like he'll go and get on to you. It's not like he'll just wait. Because if somebody's going away, Martinelli could get him do the pace or something like that. But that didn't happen. So I was like, okay, something could happen. But when I saw the highlights, the way he was beating his man, the way he was like from the right wing that too, right? Like for some reason, when Martinelli is not in form as a left winger, he'll always do something from the right wing. How does that happen? I will never understand. Like I have no theory, I have no tactics behind it, I have no like evidence. But from my own personal feeling, I feel whenever he's not doing well on the left wing, he'll go on the right wing and do some miracle out of it. And yeah, there were two, three chances where he could have gotten an assist.
Yeah.
Trossard missed a chance. I think Rice also
Merino
missed a
missed
chance.
Merino
Merino
also
also
missed
missed a
one.
chance. Yeah, and then yeah, he too missed one or two chances himself. So coming from an injury, it could be a good performance. But you guys watched the match, right? So you guys tell me like, how was he in the entire game? Then just like highlights.
Uh, See, I don't want to be harsh here, but
Uh-huh.
the level that I hold Martinelli on and the level of scrutiny I give to our wingers is pretty harsh. So I'd say, uh, does he excite me as a winger? No.
Mm,
Does he
mm,
have the
mm,
skill set to be a good winger at Arsenal? I
mm,
don't think so. But again, he wasn't beating his man, but somehow
mm,
he was getting the crosses in. And I don't know what it is with Martinelli. When he's
mm,
crossing from the left wing, all his crosses are haywire. As soon
mm,
as he goes on the right wing, I have no idea what happens to him. The balls are pretty much on target. And he did create a lot of those chances. And
mm,
again, he got a chance on the left wing.
mm,
The shot that got saved by the shot that got saved by Robert Sanchez, which then was it was Rice who shot the ball over. So again,
mm,
he was getting into positions. Could he
mm,
have done better in those positions? Yes, but
mm,
do I see any of our other wingers doing what Martinelli did? No. So I
mm,
mean, it's kind of a okay. It's an all right performance. I mean,
mm, mm. Fair
yeah.
enough. Fair enough. We'll take few comments before we continue regarding this. Arnav says, do we have a chance against Madrid? Of course, give me Madrid. I've been saying this for a while. I think we if we take a lead against them at the Emirates, we can have it. Yeah, I completely agree. Like going there with a deficit will be an issue. It's not like we're Atletico Madrid or something who we've been doing this for a while to understand
Yeah.
how to go there and get a result. But we need to do something that we didn't that we should have done against Bayern last season. We started off very well and then we ended well. But in between, that's when we had like two bozo moments, and that's when we screwed up. Right.
This is
I
exactly
thought.
what we did in the Chelsea game as well. I mean, the
Mm,
moment we get a lead,
mm,
we just try to retrace our steps back and we're like, okay, let's just control the game, let's just see out the game. And that
mm,
is a very risky game to play because even though Chelsea didn't create anything, they still had a single solitary chance they could have scored off. And we
mm,
would have been like, oh, Chelsea did nothing for the entirety of the game and
mm,
still they come out with a draw. So
mm, mm,
I don't feel that that is the way going forward for Arsenal. But
mm.
yeah, at the moment it's just about grinding results. I don't care about the performances as such.
I
Harish,
think
yeah.
the game against Real Madrid would be a good tactical battle between two managers because
Mm,
Arteta can find a solution to tactics out of any situation that you put him into. You can ask him to
mm,
offer a defensive depth. You can ask him
mm,
to go for
mm,
variations in attack. But against a
mm,
pragmatic Ancelotti, who I
mm,
don't see making much changes in terms of dynamics, I
mm,
think Arteta can get the better of him tactically only and manage to see off this game. I don't think apart from individual brilliance that Real Madrid would actually disrupt our form, and obviously the UCL heritage that they have, because
uh,
it
uh,
just is another ball game, to be honest.
yeah. Mhm. It was a little boring. My brother is a You have a family member who's like exact. My God, how do you do that, man? How do you do that? Because if my brother, or if yeah, I have a brother, so if my brother supported like Tottenham or something, probably I'll have to sleep. So, like Chelsea, God, whatever. Huh? It was a little boring. My brother is a Chelsea fan, and even he said it was a boring game. Yeah, yes, he won one of his most boring games that he has ever watched. That was the
Yeah,
timing shit, but when I watched the highlights, I was like crazy. But I guess that's the whole point of highlights, right? Bring out the good
I
parts.
don't think it was boring though.
No, it wasn't a
I think
boring game. It was boring for Chelsea fans because their team did nothing. So I get their point of view. I mean, this was a pretty good Arsenal performance where we dominate the proceedings. We don't give the opponent a sniff, and that is how majority of the Arsenal games play out. So it was a normal game for me, and I didn't honestly expect Chelsea to be this blunt.
Mm,
So,
mm,
but I would like to know Arush's thoughts on Martinelli's performance.
See, bro, my honest opinion on Martinelli is for someone coming off an injury and someone playing out of position, that was
mm,
quite a decent game compared to
Hmm.
what we saw in the previous 2 weeks of Waneri and Trossard playing on the wings. I'd say
mm,
this, but Waneri wasn't on it in the last 1 or 2 games
Yeah.
mm,
because he was positioned in a way that we spoke about last time, and also
mm,
for a fact that I saw a hesitancy in him in taking on his man, even if he was positioned wide.
mm,
Martinelli was positioned wide as well. He was playing wrong-footed against a defender as good as Cucurella, and I thought he
mm,
could take him on.
mm,
If not dribbling wise, he took him on at least twice out of the 4 or 5 attempts that he did, and he
Yeah.
mm,
got in crosses from those, which
mm,
were
mm,
good chances, which could have been converted. So the
yeah,
difference was the same because in the previous weeks we didn't see a runner. We saw ball to the feet players. We
mm,
had Martinelli. Martinelli took on Badiashile from the halfway line till the
mm, mm,
end of the penalty box and created a
yeah,
very good chance out of it.
mm,
That
mm,
is what a runner and a wide player who can actually carry the ball will give you. And I
mm,
think
mm,
this direct pace is what can make a difference for us. And you can see even a slight hint of a player in this
mm,
position can
mm,
elevate the attack for
Yeah.
us. Now you think of this same situation in the same transition that we aim to play so much, but we're so slow in build up.
mm,
Imagine what this pace can do in that time. I mean, Odegaard played a good game in terms of having a player who can run.
Yeah.
Majority of his passes, I mean, yeah, there were conversations of um the volume of pass or the weight of pass of Odegaard was off, but apart
mm,
from that, majority of the game he was at it. And
mm,
for um for Martinelli, why he's been thriving in the right wing position is also because he's been able to play these crosses with his favorite right foot,
Hmm.
and
mm, mm,
it just is favorable for his angle in order to just get that curl and then just find
mm,
the right power as well, which he wouldn't obviously playing on the left wing because he has to cut in or either cut out, and like his head down dribbling style, so
Yeah.
he does
mhm,
that. But on the right wing, I saw I think he was good motive oriented in order
mm,
to create for the team because Trossard, I don't know what he played, but his
mm,
decision making seemed very off because you know Trossard is either too good or either too shit. He's
Yeah.
not in between.
mm,
And yesterday was one of those performances because
mm,
I think the shot taking actions that he had during the game, I don't know how he couldn't connect the easiest of shots. You expect Trossard to miss the easiest of chances and score the craziest of chances,
Hmm.
or at least show the technique or show the technical ability. But yesterday, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
And I think Martinelli shined in terms of who the best player in the front three was. Yes, Marino got a crazy goal. I think he ran off his shoe. I think he was drained by the time it was the 80th or 85th minute because he was literally gasping for air after he fell on the ground after a foul. And I just felt bad for him, man. Imagine a midfielder being asked to do all of this in his side. But hats off to him. Hats off to him taking up this role. And he got us the crucial win when people were questioning why is Merino starting yet
Yeah.
again? Why is Waneri not playing as a false nine and this and that? Because clearly, I mean, as much as I'd love to see Waneri play in the center forward role, it is not his ball game for now.
Mhm.
You can
Agreed.
see it in the future, but for now, for the levels of what Premier League run and as to how we've seen him play in terms of pressing, in terms of defensively, and it's just the role that is there as a center forward at Arsenal. I don't see him absolutely replicate that, at least against a side like Chelsea, because you saw Mikel's presser in the end. He said Chelsea are the best attacking side in the team, and I don't know at what consensus he's made that tactical debate, but it's probably on the transitions because of the type of players that they have.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I think, yeah, I mean, tracking back to what Parth said, I think
Mm.
Martinelli had a good performance from a right winger, and I'm
Yeah.
just happy that we have another body apart from Vaneri who's back, and
And
he's
Sterling.
yeah, considering he wasn't there this game, but yeah.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, yeah. I
But
forgot that Sterling. We brought Sterling on a loan, and that's when on the group side I was like, why is Sterling not in there?
I still want to see Martinelli start as the center forward because I feel all his skill set comes to the fore when he's making runs in behind and being on the last man, which he is at times on the wing. But I don't feel like he can get past his man, but he's too one dimensional in what he does. So that kind of holds us back.
Agreed.
And when he's playing as a center forward, there's nothing that he has to do that is out of the box. He can do whatever he does, and he will create chaos. So I don't see that happening in the long run. But yeah, that is a area that we can look into.
I
Mhm.
mean, in terms of weaknesses, like you said, yeah, one-dimensional because I did find him driving into the box, but in the end moment when he didn't see a player in the box, he used to just drive
Yeah,
outside, take a roll behind, and pass it back to Odegaard or Timber, which was an obvious threat of his, an obvious issue of his, even when he was playing on the
yeah,
left
on
wing.
the left. Yeah.
But apart from that, I think his shot volume also needs refinement. But I think he just missed the match sharpness this game because you could see post injury how different he seemed in terms of even running power because
Mhm.
I think also to complement his game, I think he kept Kukurea quite defensively. I mean
Yep.
offensively for him defensively because that was one of their only ways to attack alongside like Neto or Sancho playing that wing and Timber of course bossing the game. But
Yeah.
I think he actually had a good game defensively in keeping Kukurea quiet and also blocking those additional passing lanes that they had when they were
Agreed.
in possession. So
His off
I
the ball
think,
work is second to none. I mean,
yeah,
the
actually,
amount of work he puts in when we are defending, no other attacker in our squad can do that.
yeah.
And
And
we
also talking about the center forward thing, I think Arteta would try it once Saka is back because,
yeah.
Mm.
or if not him center forward, maybe Trossard would take that role. But I think that would happen.
We're taking few comments. Martinelli Chodu should have scored. Made my blood boil.
Yeah.
Um, brother were defending. Y'all were against Sancho
Some
and
Pedri
some
Neto.
Pedro
Pedri.
Neto.
Roberto Sanchez, which is light skin, goalkeeping almost. What does it mean?
He's bald red.
Ha 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 ha. Virgin, he says, is Veneri left winger a thing? Because Martinelli has been far from it lately.
No,
Um, see.
Vanity won't be used on the left
I mean,
in
he
any
can get he
circumstance.
can get into those pockets near the left wing area, but I don't think he'll thrive as a left winger. So that's what I think. What everybody does. Agree?
The only reason why Martinelli is playing right wing is to accommodate Trossard, basically.
Trossard,
Mm.
exactly.
I don't think Martinelli is a better left winger. Inverted wingers have been the norm for a while now. I just don't think he's that technically
Yeah,
compared to Vaneri, and Saka is also different.
100%.
True,
Different
true.
That is
players,
what we've
different
been crying
profiles.
about for such a long time. Give us
Uh-huh.
a competent left winger who can take on
Mm,
his man and
mm,
dribble past them. And
mm.
if I'm not mistaken, Vardhan is a City fan, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you
Yeah,
remember
you
that?
can you can talk about Savinho and Doku's output endlessly that they don't provide the numbers that their team wants. But I'm not even lying. Jeremy Doku and Savinho are wingers I would die to have at Arsenal. Even if they don't provide the output, what they provide prior to it is
Mm,
something that the team can work on. And
mm,
At
mm,
present at Arsenal, no winger actually has that wingerish feel about him. So
mm,
yeah,
mm. I
And
would actually
also
take
for a
seven over
fact,
Doku. Yeah, sorry, go.
no, no, continue, continue.
I just take I would take Savini over Doku because I feel Savini is
I
much
think
more like harder to like defend against than Doku.
I
What do
think
you
I
think?
think Doku is more difficult to dribble against because that guy is so unpredictable, man, and he's
hmm
also very entertaining when he dribbles, because he has
That
so many
is,
tricks around his sleeve. Because
mm,
I mean, he can also go for a pace battle. He can
uh,
also skillfully cut out a defender, and he can
mm,
also cut in, shoot, and all of that.
yeah,
But I
mm,
think as much as we are in the dreamy land of wanting a good left winger, good winger, when
mm,
he comes into this team, he's going to be functional to what Arteta wants him to do.
mm,
So,
mm,
as much as we'd want a Rafa Leao, as much as we'd want a Barcola, they
mm.
aren't going to function as we are thinking of them to function, which
this is
is
So,
which
exactly
is the
what
truth.
we talked about in the last stream, right?
Yeah.
uh, yeah.
So it just
Mm,
how the dynamics are. But
mm,
yeah, those players are the ones who can take the game on themselves. They have that maverick trait
We
in order to like just
desperately
burst
need that,
forward.
in
mm,
the robotic football that we play. I mean,
mm,
being robotic is not bad, but if you're robotic with individual quality in your front line, then you can
mm,
afford to be robotic. So that is
mm,
exactly what we lack in the team right now.
mm, mm. Anna, he's my twin. Oh my God. Okay.
Whoa,
He's my twin brother. Also, we started following clubs together. Me, Arsenal, and him, Chelsea. We didn't know at the same time. Oh God.
damn, bro. Twin brothers supporting rival clubs.
I mean, this kind of
I
reminds
mean,
me of that Spurs fan, na? That Toby and his brother. I
yeah,
don't know if you guys
Toby
remember. Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
Manny.
Yeah. No, no, not Toby and Manny. The Spurs
Who
one,
Toby?
dude. Not the
Expressions
time.
and rants and bants.
Okay, similar. You could talk
Oh,
think something similar. Yeah, but like no, there's another Spurs fan called Toby. He appears on this one, the Big Six streams
Hmm.
and all that.
And
Yeah,
cancerous.
yeah, yeah. So
This
that guy is a
Spurs
Spurs
fan.
fan, and his twin brother is an Arsenal fan. So
I
something
mean,
similar to that. So,
today only we were discussing in campus as to why twins have such similar interests and why do they choose like the same school, the same college, the same degree. I mean,
mm,
might as well choose the same husband or wife at the same point, but that was our discussion at that point of time. But for a change, cha- I mean, supporting different clubs in a context of sports is quite a good thing.
Yeah.
So fair play to him. I mean, I just know how toxic it must be at home for him, considering
uh,
a game for them. But yeah.
mm. Agree, Martinelli needs to play centre forward. Cook, but yes. See, against Madrid, right? I think if Saka's back, my front three would be Veneri as a false nine and Martinelli and Saka on the wings.
Uh,
Something that's not going to happen. There's no point even thinking about that.
Right.
So
That is why I said
hey,
my front three. Na? I didn't say
you
Arteta's front three.
weren't you the guy early in the morning who sent me a Merino video with Rudiger, him jumping on top of Rudiger and scoring the goal in the Euros?
So Marino will come from the midfield. Na? He doesn't have to start as a centre forward.
and
Nah,
but
bro.
shout out to Jurian Timber.
Oh,
I
bro.
I have no idea how that guy
Monster.
doesn't have enough PR for him to be called one of the best right
It is
backs in
fine.
the world. For
It
me,
is fine. It is.
he's the best right back in the world. Who
It
can
is
put
fine.
up any of those
Mm,
Kundes, Trents? No, 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 no. I won't pick them over Timber.
mm. I wouldn't mind it. Like, see, Timber, right? I think what Chelsea fans had Reece James as that right back who comes into the midfield and could dribble when he
No,
was
no,
like
no, no.
physically fit and everything. I think Timber does that, but much better and obviously
You
fit
know,
and available.
I never heard those prime Reece James, injury-free Reece James conversations, bro. I never rated him, bro. He
No, no,
wasn't that special to be honest. But yeah, I get your point.
In
no.
my
I get your
opinion,
point as to
Mm,
when Trent and Reece James were fit and thriving, I
mm,
rated James more highly than I rate Trent. I actually used to like the guy. He's just
mm.
fallen off a cliff. I mean,
True,
with all the
true, true.
injuries, he plays two games
Mhm.
and he's out for the next 10. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And making him club captain was itself a joke. So, I didn't understand like how you would do that, but yeah,
I,
it is what it is.
He's the best right back in the world when he plays, but the problem
Yeah,
is he
he
rarely
doesn't
plays.
play.
Same as the
Uh,
case with Luke Shaw.
oh, bro, looks so isn't that?
Yeah, he's
Yeah. Doku Savini, I don't know, man. After Maris, they both feel kind of.
your levels of having wingers is like here. Our expectation from a winger is here, and what we have is even under there. So yeah, there's the difference, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
what do you see? And unless like you produce like a Yamal, right, who's like something similar to like Messi in terms of quality and like even like watch value. I don't think you can ever compare like two good players or like a player from the past and to the present. It's impossible. Probably like uh Isak and Thierry Henry is like the closest one you have to Thierry Henry in terms of comparison, but it's always hard to compare, and especially when you have like Mahrez and all that who has gone under the radar his entire
Even
life.
Riyad Mahrez had haters from City. Not many
Mm,
City fans used to rate him when he was
mm,
playing. I was like,
mm,
yo, he's one of the best wingers in the Premier League. Come on, show some
mm,
respect.
true, true.
I remember there was a phase in my school where everyone wanted to be a Mahrez. I think it was back in like seventh grade or eighth grade because of just, he used to have that blonde hair face and he used to have those
Uh,
typical
uh, Le-
left-footed
Le-
Yeah,
Leicester.
left-footed things that he used to do, yeah, for Leicester.
Mm, mm,
And we
mm,
used to compare him to like a Robin or something back
Robin.
in the days because
mm,
those he used to be like that typical and like if you score a left-footed goal, we're like, oh fuck, you scored the Mahrez goal and this and that. So I think he used to be a good standard for
Yeah,
like fandom
mm,
back then, but he
mm.
wasn't as appreciated as he should have been at
100%.
City.
Um,
Even
it,
Raheem Sterling, even Raheem
mhm,
Yeah,
Sterling, they call him a bum, they call him bumbling, and I'm like, no, please,
bumbling.
what is this, man?
mhm. But
I mean,
Arush,
he used to be
not
in
not that.
conversation. Yeah,
No,
Sterling used to
continue.
be in conversations for like Ballon d'Or and a point of time because
Yeah,
Mhm,
as
mhm,
to the numbers that he used to put up, so people just forget it
mhm.
quite easily.
it's sad.
Yeah. Parth, I don't know about you, but I just kind of felt very old all of a sudden. Like, when we were in school, when we were in like seventh grade, any left foot goal was Robin or Messi. Bro
Yeah,
said Mahrez. Bro said
Mahrez.
Mahrez.
it is true because Premier League era back in that time because Leicester won the league.
Yep.
I mean, Leicester was
Huh?
spoken of quite a lot. So
I
obviously
mean,
Messi is there, but Messi's comparison was what? You dribble through the whole team and you score. That is Messi.
mhm.
But yeah,
Mhm.
you don't have to feel
Next one.
old, bro.
Trust me, I feel old, man. Whenever I talk to you, whenever you text it, I'm like, okay, bro, this is too young. I'm too
Unk.
old for this.
Unk.
Yeah. Doku is so talented. I love watching him dribble. So,
You would
in
never believe how he's talked about on Twitter among Premier League fans. No
Yeah,
one
that's
hates
I
true.
him. No
mhm.
one hates him.
And I see sometimes um how do we say like remember that Bayern fan my friend Vignesh who
Yeah.
on the news stream he said that how much he rates Odegaard, and then we talk about like not we how Premier League fans talk about like how shit Odegaard
Yeah,
is.
exactly.
It's surprising, man. But yeah, it is what it is.
And you
Um,
compare these same fans online to the same fans in the stadium and see you'll see a vast
Exactly. Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
You'll
mm-hmm,
see a vast difference.
true, true. So these Dewey will become realistic at I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised. I
No.
mean, like, let's see. Hmm. Okay,
If he's
why
coming to
not?
Arsenal, it would be crazy,
I
personally.
Mm-hmm.
mean, Arteta is not an idiot to not utilize his wingers' best abilities. Most of our goal scoring actions comes from our wingers. And if they
Mm-hmm.
aren't a part of the game, there's no point in attacking. I mean, there's only so much that someone like Kai Havertz currently and Benjamin Sesko in the future will be able to do. It would all be dependent on how good our wingers' service is, and that is why
Mm-hmm.
there's a visible difference between Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli or Leandro Trossard.
Mm-hmm.
Saka does what he does in the system, but he's got individual brilliance to create moments from those chances. And
Yep.
our wingers right now, the bar is so low that whatever they do, even the slightest of things, and I'm like, wow, he's done well, he's decent. So that is
Uh-huh.
not how I should be seeing a player. Desiree
Mm,
Doué will not become a Grealish at Arsenal.
mm,
Yes, he might not have the freedom that he's given at PSG, but
mm,
he'll still get into those positions and he'll be given the license to, get one on one with his man and dribble
mm,
past him, get off shot. So that would happen. That is the exact reason I've been calling for a new
mm,
forward,
I
a new
think
player.
mm.
Desiree Doué, apart from being just a winger, I think him behind a striker would be
Yep,
even
yep.
Yeah,
crazier
yeah,
because
yeah.
that's the position that he thrived at when he was at Rennes. And
Mm, mm,
and even for PSG, although he's played like CF, he's played recently winger against Liverpool that people have caught an eye on. He's been doing
mm,
this for more than 2 years now,
Yeah.
and
mm,
people are
mm,
catching the eye now. And it just
mm,
is samba football that he's playing as a
mm,
Brazil. I mean, he's not a Brazilian, he's a French, but his
uh-huh,
comparisons to Neymar have
mm,
been just a wavelength to of what a winger can do when he is given the
mm,
freedom. So
Hmm.
mm, mm, mm. And
if
bro is
he's
just
coming to
19.
Arsenal, just let him
Mm.
come, bro. Don't give him any panic or such as to how he would be profiled, but just let him
Mm,
come.
mm, mm. I just checked if this bro has any Brazilian connections. Nah, he has an Ivorian father and a French mother. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, I will say Doku's defense. We use him as a take on merchant, which I don't think is right. Also, doesn't help with that. That no part from Haaland makes runs in the box. So what is Doku even supposed to do?
I mean,
True,
What
but you
also
can
doesn't.
argue about Doku's consistency in which he can make a difference in because
yeah.
Mm,
you see dribbles aren't all that he can
mm,
provide. He can also provide those passes, but it's just the consistency in which he can't
Mhm.
do it.
mm,
So I agree that runners in the box as to Haaland because Haaland's presence is as good as two players to make a
mm,
difference in a box.
mm,
So it's just the consistency as to how good his pass will be. And that's the
mm,
same with Martinelli's head down dribbling and a cross inside the box from the left hand side.
mm.
Yeah.
So it's very similar in those sense.
The Jack Grealishification of fingers is overrated. I mean, yes, Pep reduced him to a side dribbling merchant, but not every winger is like that. Pep
Mm.
knows how to coach an attack, man. He get them rocking soon.
The
In
next
the
comment is
championship.
Timber has been good. I saw him last match. Never expected a guy with his physique would even overlap and all.
Yep.
Fuck physique, bro. He's coming off an ACL.
ACL, yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. Mm-hmm. The fact that he's
And
able to like run up and down and play 90 minutes straight after, I think the first 3 4 games he came off after the 60th minute or something, right? And after that he's been playing 90 minutes consistently, like all season, like even the yeah. Hmm.
Right. I'll throw in a question. Who, according to you, have been our top three performers this season?
Arsenal,
Yeah.
um, obviously. David Raya is one for sure.
What? Okay.
I mean, like, dude, remember David Raya from like, the starting of the season? He like our
Uh,
best.
from the start till now.
Mm-hmm. Declan Rice. Uh, David Raya, Declan Rice. I want to say Saka, but he's been injured, right? So I can't really tell Saka. But if you look at his numbers are still part of the top five numbers, not just top 10, top five
Yeah.
numbers in the world. So can't really like put him off. But if not Saka, then who else? Declan Rice. You could say Partey. No, actually not Partey. One of our center backs to be fair. I think Margalef. Yeah, I think Margalef because even though Saliba has been having some off games, Margalef has not had an off game. Okay, I mean, I get it, guys. I get it. In the comments, they're saying Margalef. How do you forget No, man. I just meant Partey has been available throughout the season, unlike all other seasons. That is what I meant. But my mistake. I mean, Margalef has
So
been, yeah, you could say top three.
who would be
Actually, you know what?
your top three then?
Yeah, first, Margalef has been consistent the entire season. Next, I would put Declan Rice, and then I would put David Raya. Because David Raya started off the season brilliantly. Those goal line clearances, his balls into the midfield, they were just brilliant. But
Who
I think
what's
hmm,
what's the
uh,
conversation?
Who,
Apart
according
from
to you, have been Arsenal's top three players this season till now?
mm,
I'd have Timber in my list, to be honest.
fair enough. Fair enough. I would
I
have
don't
Timber as
think
well.
I don't think Declan Rice would be in my list.
Mm, mm,
Gabriel Magalhaes would be number one for sure.
mm,
Yep.
Timber number two, and maybe Raya only, to be honest.
mm.
Close. Mine,
Who's
Apart
I
yours?
have put a lot of thought into it. So I was
uh,
evaluating all the possible players that could
I
get
think
into.
I think Partey would be in my top five.
apart mm,
Now, my top three,
Controversial, but
my
yeah.
top three would be Gabriel, Timber, and Rice.
Mm,
fair
fair
enough,
enough.
fair enough.
Fair enough.
I just feel like crediting a keeper more at this situation, more
Same,
than
same.
crediting Rice.
Isn't it
Mm,
damning that we are having the season that we are having, and our top three performers are
Ara different.
one center back, one right back, and one goalkeeper.
yeah, yeah. It's funny how none of us mentioned Saliba. Like Magalhaes has been that good this entire
Saliba,
season.
Saliba plays second fiddle to Gabriel. Man, Gabriel is the
Mm,
main man. Saliba
true,
takes all
true.
the headlines because of his because he's French and because he's had the hype over the last year.
Mm,
Gabriel
mm,
And
is a
mm,
because
better
he's
defender
been
than
that
William
player.
Saliba.
And he's quite young also because
Yeah,
Gabriel
mm,
Magalhaes is
exactly.
what, 27, and Saliba is 22. He has
mm,
years of development to get to the best of the level he can hit. And this
Yeah,
season,
mm,
he's just not been consistent in his performances. He's been
mm,
great. Yesterday, he was amazing. He got the man of the
yeah,
match as well. But
mm,
I just think that Gabriel has improved so much since the day he
mm,
signed
true.
that he's just a complete leader of a pack in defense.
Mm,
And
mm,
I, to be honest, I would take the 120, 130, whatever million you're giving me for Saliba,
hundred
but
percent. Yeah,
replacing Gabriel at this point is a more difficult thing to do
mm,
than replacing
I
Saliba.
agree. I agree.
Very controversial, but
I
it is
agree.
what it is, man. But luckily today we had news of Fabrizio Romano saying that
yeah.
Saliba is not going
Yeah,
anywhere and he would just
Mm,
sign the
mm, mm,
contract when Berta comes in. So, which is
true.
again great because Saliba
Mm,
has
mm,
everything in
mm,
his locker to be the greatest centre back of all time. Just needs some
mm.
100%.
trophies on his name for now.
Yep. Yep. I get it, man. I get it. I made a mistake. I said party just because of his availability, not because he's been good. Chill.
Oh, you said Partey.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I
I won't judge you on that because I'd have him in my top five.
top five, I get it, but top three, I think, yeah, I kind of forgot about Margaret. That's stupid of me, but yeah, how did you forget? Yeah, man, I get it. I get it. Uh, Again, I think he brought this up. In my opinion, Doku's final ball
Yeah,
aren't really that
exactly.
great. Agree. Because by now he would have had so many assists at the same time he would have had so many goals. Had his
same
final.
same is
Mm,
the case with Savinho. Same is
mm,
the case with Savinho.
mm, mm,
I mean, Savino had that patch in the initial phase of the season where he had like five, six assists or something, right?
mm,
And he then went 20 games without scoring or assisting.
Yeah,
mm.
exactly.
Uh,
But yeah, man,
um,
it's just how it
Arnav,
is. He
Ar-
actually had a good spell at Girona as well last
Yep.
season.
mm, Arnav says MLS would have been a top three, leaving the
The sample size is pretty less.
Same for
exactly.
Vaneri as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like MLS has been good, but like how do we say he's had few games where he's been brilliant, but like with
I
Magalhaes.
can't recall a game where MLS has been under par. He's
Hmm.
lived up to the billing in every game he's played. He's dropped a
Mm-hmm.
solid 7 out of 10, 10 every time.
True, true. The one,
Yeah.
the one time he's been like awful. He's been subbed off in like what 35 minutes, right? Which
Yeah.
that was
And that is
PSV.
just his immaturity at that point of
uh,
time of
that
not,
that
yeah.
true, true.
And
Uh,
I mean, that game he had a 7 out of 10 because of the assist that he provided. I mean, the pre-assist that he provided.
uh-huh.
I mean,
Assist
the
only, right?
assist it was, yeah,
Assist, not
to
the
180, 180. So
this
he just made
pre-assist and
up
all
for
that.
it,
I
man.
don't. Mm-hmm. The
He just
pre-assist and all that. I don't get it, man. Like it's nice to like say and like talk about, but like I think we got to like chill regarding the concept of
I,
pre-assist and all that.
I mean, I'd agree because these part of a goal don't get the credit. But
Mm.
being a Messi fan, I used to credit these more because Messi used to be
Uh,
the guy who used to create so much. and he should
Hmm.
not end up getting the credit. So we
Hmm.
should hear the word like pre-assist,
Those,
Messi with the
those
pre-assist.
those balls to like Alba, right? He'll run
Yeah,
and yeah,
yeah.
I get it. Yeah, I get it.
So
Um,
so it's just a phase of play that deserves credit.
hmm. That says a lot about the defense. It's true. Our defense for last 2.5 seasons has been brilliant. It's just that we have no trophies to like show for, right? It's yeah, we can talk about what are the reasons, why is the reason, and all that, but it will probably take a 24-hour team and we'll still not find a solution why. Our midfield and wingers are all a disgrace to Haaland. At the moment, I'm surprised he has 21 goals. And
This is how spoiled children look like. But has Haaland been good this season? The 21 goals reflected, to be honest. I mean, I'd like to hear from a City fan because I mean he
Mm,
said that his wingers haven't provided for Haaland. But
mm, mm,
the times I've watched City, Haaland hasn't been able to influence games in
mm,
terms of touches apart from the penalty area.
mm,
So
mm.
how does he feel about Haaland?
The Haaland thing, right? It's like they don't have a creator behind for him to score, and expecting Haaland to come drop into midfield and dribble and score and all that. It's like you can't like no, you got to judge the player based on his abilities. Like
Yeah.
telling that Mbappe got to come into the defense and help out is not fair. So I think that could be another reason why Haaland has not had that
No,
impact like
Mbappe,
how
But
he.
for me, but for
Mbappe
me,
is a
that's
better
what
footballer than Erling Haaland.
But for me, that's what separates Mbappe and a Haaland.
Yeah,
Because Mbappe can read the game, he can drop deep, he can play those passes, he can create, he can pass, and he can
Mm,
shoot and score goals as well. That's what creates a good goal scorer, and that's what
100%.
has made Kane relevant as well without the trophies. So I think if Haaland, yeah, Haaland has a physique that wouldn't
mm,
support his passing or
mm,
his support on having the ball for a longer period of time. But
mm,
for a team that struggled, I think Guardiola should have gotten something more out of him in this period of time instead of him
mm,
just like setting a base camp in the opposition box.
This is a very controversial statement to pass, but Erling Haaland is terribly one dimensional. I mean, he's one dimensional in an area which matters the most, but
mm.
he is one dimensional.
Like, see, can you really like fault him though? Like he's
No,
like a pure
again,
striker, no? Again, it
all
depends
Yeah.
on the system. Like if you are at
exactly,
yeah, if it's
exactly.
like a team like Arsenal, I would have Mbappe kind of player. I wouldn't want like a Haaland one because we
At
need
Arsenal,
gent. Mm.
see, I'm just passing the statement. At Arsenal, I won't take Haaland over Kai Havertz.
Same. Like,
So
yeah.
that is the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pep has made a system that needs Haaland to finish his dinner,
Okay.
which he
Okay.
does.
This is the same question. Would you take Sesko over Isaac? Because Sesko is quite similar to Haaland and Sesko and Isaac is quite similar to Mbappe. Now what's
Isaac
your
all
opinion?
day, every day. The price is three times, right? That is the only issue.
Before we continue this conversation, I'll just take some comments. I see Haina, by the way, he is a United fan. And also, small before get to this, I think the this thing what the verdict will come out today regarding the 115 charges, if I'm not wrong.
I did see
Right?
that Magic Hat's tweet. I didn't read it, but I'd seen a tweet of his.
Okay.
No
So
idea.
this comment makes sense now. Good luck getting words in championship or league two.
Very,
Um,
very, yeah.
stay here. Hey man, I think it's been a while since we've seen you on stream. Welcome. Semenyo or Nico Williams, who would you take in the winger option?
Hmm.
Hmm.
And once a menu all
Look,
days of the week.
Semenyo would
I
do
won't say
everything at
all days of
Arsenal.
the week,
Yeah, same. All
Yeah.
days
but
of the week is a little bit harsh, but
No.
the fact that Semenyo
Semenyo is the
starts.
kind of winger I personally like. So it isn't a shade on
but
Nico Williams. I'm not saying
but
he's bad, but
again,
I just
I
prefer
think
someone like a Semenyo.
I personally think Semenyo is much better from the right wing than left wing. I think he's very
Hmm,
one-dimensional from the left wing. If we
True.
are bringing him as a left winger, is that what we need? He plays there for Ghana, but he doesn't play there for Bournemouth.
hmm.
So as good as he is physically in terms of tracking back, in terms
Yeah.
of creating, scoring,
What,
would that be
what
what
if
you want?
no, no? What if it could be like how Liverpool were back in the day, na, with Mane? Like Mane would do all the dog work, everything, and then the ball is just there for like Salah to score. I'm not saying that Mane on the right wing was good. I'm just saying the groundwork that needs to be done on the left would be done easily by Semenyo than Williams, right? I think that dimension will remove. Like if we have Williams on the left side, we I don't think he's expected to do the dog work. I don't think he's capable enough to
Yeah,
like do all that, right? So depends. If we get Williams, it'll be a different type of system. If we have Semenyo, it'll be a
100%.
different kind of
Yeah,
system. So
yeah,
I'd enjoy Nico Williams more, to be honest, because
yeah,
I think he
that
can
flair.
take games on himself,
Mm.
and he has that flair, of course.
Yeah,
And
that
hundred
flair.
percent.
supporting
Mm.
Spain in the previous Euros taught me a lot about Nico Williams, and
True,
I would
true.
actually enjoy his profile
Nico
because
Williams
Mm.
is a proper winger.
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a
And
winger, like yeah.
considering how our dynamics have shaped up to be as to overloads on the left and then having
Mhm.
Mm.
Saka as the isolated winger on the other side, I
Yeah,
think
Mm.
Nico Williams is someone who can create more chaos.
hundred
Yes.
So
percent. Yeah,
I
yeah,
take
yeah.
Nico
I'd agree.
Williams.
Mm-hmm. Agree, agree. Vardhan, he said for his standards, 21 goals isn't good enough. I mean, he's a traditional striker. He's shown better play in the holding area. Agree. I think he's slightly improved
Yeah.
regarding that.
Hmm.
Historically, we have had a competent midfield. We don't play through balls.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, I think midfield has quite a bit shaken City's attacking output, to be honest,
Yeah,
because
Mm-hmm.
you see defensively as well, it's not their defense being bad, it's their midfield being bad. Because
Mm.
even the other day I watched the game against Brighton, and it's
Mm.
so easy for teams to just move past they just breeze past their midfield like it's anything
Mm.
in terms of
Mm.
creating. And they
Mm.
don't have the legs to actually make a difference over there. So
Mm.
I get this debate.
I think it's a nice segue to get into the City versus Brighton game. I didn't watch, but I saw some of it, and the little things I kind of noted down is that Marmoush is honestly not going to be a problem. He is a problem already for all the rival
Hmm.
fans. I just do not know how both of them will like link up with each other like going forward. But I think in terms of output, Marmoush is just mad. The goal that he scored yesterday was just shock, dude. You know,
yeah.
just is
And
something else.
also, it's so predictable with the way he shoots, yet a keeper can't save it because majority of his goals,
I
even while
left.
playing for Frankfurt, have come on the left, and he just
Mhm.
keeps scoring from there.
Yeah,
So it just yeah.
So I think I think it's with the pace he generates or the quickness, the way he gets the shot off, right? That kind of helps. He has that like, go ahead, go ahead.
they complement each other very well. Erling Haaland
Mm-hmm.
and Omar Marmoush. That
True,
is
true.
something that uh,
Mm,
that is something I tune into watch in the City games because again the
mm,
thing with City is they are a very system based side, but then
mm,
they've got an outlier in Omar Marmoush
mm,
who has got the pace, who's got the agility, and who's got the ability to take on his man to get the shots off and to provide the directness that City lack,
mm,
otherwise
mm,
lack without a proper midfield. Again,
mhm,
the midfield, the issue in the midfield is you require a certain level of physicality to compete in the Premier League.
mm,
Every
mm,
good team has a midfield that is physical, and that
mm,
is the only way you can succeed in the Premier League. And
yes.
what City's midfield was reduced to was all technicality. So
Mm,
that is a midfield that will easily get dominated by someone like a Newcastle or someone like an Arsenal. And
mm,
that has been the reason for City being where they are. But the good
mm,
thing is, City haven't transitioned. Uh, it, I mean, they haven't had a good season, and the next season they are transitioning. It's just that they are transitioning mid-season, so it
mm,
is better.
yeah,
Either way, the league is irrelevant for them now, and with others not being as good as they are, I don't think
mm,
City will fall out of top four or top
mm,
five. So,
mm,
I mean, it's just about getting the dynamics right and giving people the experience they need for someone
mm.
like Kusanov, Vitor
I
Hayes, and then Marmoush.
Poor guy. I feel so
I
bad
missed the
for
talk.
like. Sorry,
I missed the
sorry.
talk, but did I talk about the Brighton game?
No,
We are just talking about it.
we're talking about it. I genuinely feel bad for that defender, man. Poor guy. He scored two. I mean, he scored an own goal. He's been part of the reason. Like,
Yeah.
it, it's just sad, man. Like,
Premier League is unforgiving, right?
True,
You
And
true,
he
true.
he had a solid game, to be honest, and that own
Mm,
goal just like got the game onto Brighton's hand, and they
mhm,
continued to dominate since that period in the second half. Because
mhm,
I mean, Kusanov, he actually had Joao Pedro, Rutter, all of them on lock when he was playing in the first half. And that
mm,
one scenario when Brighton were attacking that corner, he just came
mm,
in between a passage of play that was already going in, but
mm.
it ended up being an own goal for him, and he just felt so disappointed. And every time he scores an own goal, you can see that disappointed and then that sad
True,
face of his, and you just feel bad
mhm,
for him.
true.
nine in the Premier League, you're just as good as your last game. You know
Mhm,
that
agree.
because he's had some very good games against Real. The two-legged affair that they had, he was one of the better defenders, and he
I
Mm,
did
think he
it
was good
against
against
Real.
winning.
Yep.
mm,
So he's good. He's a kid. He'll learn. But yeah,
yeah.
it is what it is.
Mm. Before we go more into the game, I'll take a few comments. Okay. Um, agree with Arush on Mbappe, but his runs aren't as good as Haaland, in my opinion. I give Haaland. Agree.
100%.
Mm.
For a player
Uh,
who's played
mm,
left wing majority of his career, you can't expect him to run.
Exactly.
It's
mm,
that simple.
mm. Oh yeah, my bad for ducking from the argument about the injury last game. I really had to. We didn't. It's cool, man. It's chill stream. No worry. We're not coming for anyone. Haaland's positioning is what makes him elite. He's almost never offside. That is. Oh yeah, he's almost
Yeah.
never offside. Yeah. He makes a lot of those runs which are straight up ignored. Maybe because our midfield looks and realizes that they are not capable. Hmm.
Fair
Yeah.
enough, man.
Uh, Again, I said the last stream as well. I'll reiterate it even this stream. Last year, I told like how Thierry only makes his runs depending on the players that had the ball, right? Maybe if
Yeah, yeah.
Haaland gets that and gets to understand his present midfield, like how he had KDB, maybe with the present midfield, which with Foden or whoever is there in midfield, like giving him the ball, depending on that, if he makes his runs, I think that's how he improves. I
I
don't
think
see.
I think Thierry Henry had an interview recently or something like an explanation in which he explained the same scenario as to how he used to function according to the opposition and like work according to the weaknesses of their defenders
Yeah.
or
Mm,
put them
mm,
in places of the similar things. I don't know what the context was, but I remember seeing a
mm,
video this year.
Right, that's what he said in an interview. That's how like I feel.
Yeah,
Um, to be fair, if Haaland had like a Lamine Yamal as a winger, he would have had a 30.
100%.
still
Oh, I could see that
Haaland
happen.
had a fit De Bruyne in the side and he was running for the Ballon
Yeah.
d'Or. So
Mm-hmm. Okay. Obvious, I have my frustrations with this game, but we should be building around him. This summer will tell a lot about our management scouting. I'm happy with Personov and Marmoush is okay. Marmoush is not okay. He's more than okay, man.
no, it should be opposite. You should be
Yeah, yeah.
happy with Marmoush and Kusanov is
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, true, true.
I mean, even the guy they signed from, I think, FC Lons, that I forgot his name, man, but he also had a decent game. Wait, I'll just search up his name.
Jumaba or something
Yeah,
like that. Yeah,
Jumaba,
yeah,
yeah,
that guy.
yeah. He's
Mm-hmm.
just 18 or 19, and I think he's quite a good defender.
Mm-hmm. Both of them make runs. We just need someone who can play long balls. Then we will see Haaland of Dortmund.
We've seen Haaland of City and he's just as lethal, man. Haaland of
Yes.
Dortmund.
Mm-hmm. I have high hopes for.
Echeverry,
Echeverry, Claudio
Actually,
the
Echeverry.
Argentine goat,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
he's regarded as the next big talent. So he's come, no?
um,
He's already training with
Yeah,
the City side, no?
mm-hmm. I
but
have
then you
two
should be
comments
wary
here.
of Chelsea, man. They've got,
Mhm.
who is it? Giovanni Quenda,
Estevao
Estevao. Yeah.
and
Uh,
They,
Kenty
they are
Paez as well.
cooking. They are winning the next five Premier Leagues.
Yeah, they
there are
are
two
next
comments
seven
regarding.
years.
Mhm.
Continue, continue.
And there are two comments regarding Arsenal. I'll take them after we cover up the rest of the comments. Okay. This one is okay. Baleba should be perfect for City, but I don't see City.
You
Baleba is
you
the
you already
perfect
you
fit.
already have Rodri. You already have Nico Gonzalez. There's no
So,
point of having a
Yeah.
Carlos Baleba.
agree.
Considering they bought Nico Gonzalez, I don't see
Mm,
a reason for them to bring another midfield body in.
Yeah.
mm,
And a
mm,
Baleba would be just a overspending in an area that
100%.
you would need a different profile in.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Jumaba, good
Yeah.
knowledge on the panel. Keep it up. Yeah, these two are genuinely like very knowledgeable. I
Thank
hope you
you.
follow them on Twitter as well. Um, I have their I have their Twitter links in the description, so go follow them. They've been really really good. Great they mentioned. This is the great they mentioned.
This is the great dimension. True, man.
Yeah. We'll go back to the Arsenal comments. Which where is it? Yeah. Yeah. If we getting Zubimendi and somehow new wait, is this the first Arsenal comment? Did I miss? No, okay, no, yeah. If you're getting Zubimendi and somehow Newcastle missed top four, we go for Gimenez, plus Sesko or Isak. What would you do?
Isak, Zubimendi and Isak. It makes no sense to go for somebody like a Zubimendi and then a Bruno Guimaraes.
Uh, uh,
I think after yesterday's game, Bruno
Gimenez is
Guimaraes is not leaving.
not leaving.
That
Definitely
guy
not leaving.
cried his heart out, man.
Uh,
What a
uh,
guy.
uh,
For a
what a
club
guy.
that he just became a captain of,
Uh,
I think that's given enough justification as to he won't leave. But also
hmm.
in the interview, he said, I hope this club keeps winning once I go as well. So just just saying,
it,
man. But
it could be something
true,
like
to
that.
be honest,
Hmm.
yeah, Declan Rice
It's
at West Ham, yeah,
West Ham.
crazy. But
He won the Europa Cup and then like, oh,
but that was his aim, right? Win a trophy,
hmm,
win a European trophy for them and then leave. Because he
hmm,
did it
hmm.
for them. But
No,
yeah, I mean, would you have a Bruno Guimaraes or would you have a Zubimendi?
Zubimendi.
Ge-
For what we need as of now, definitely Zubimendi. But if we were to have a midfield where Declan Rice is at the base and we need an LCM, I would have gone. I would have gone for
Gimenez.
Bruno Guimaraes.
I think
Gimenez.
Guimaraes is good as a defensive midfielder as
But
well,
we
bro.
won't
I
use
think
him
he can
there.
get those passes.
No, but my issue
Zubimendi.
is that if he's going to play for Arsenal, he'll be red carded within 2 games. At Newcastle, he has the leverage of not getting any cards. Forget red, he won't even
See,
get yellow.
if
So
you
I
if you give me an option of a Wharton, Guimaraes, and a Zubimendi, I would choose Wharton.
Adam Wharton, 100%. Yeah.
I think Wharton is like too soon. I would like put Gimenez, Wharton,
Yeah.
and then see. Okay, you know what? I had this discussion with this one Raja because he's not too keen regarding Zubimendi, right? And it's not
Hmm.
like I'm not. It's like how Rohan said. I like Zubimendi, but I'm not in love with him. It's like that for me.
Yeah.
Like I like Zubimendi. The concept is very, very nice. Like he is the younger version of Jorginho. He has that pausa. He has all that nice terms around it. But when we have the chance to replenish our midfield, to have someone pacey, someone technical, do you think going for a Zubimendi is good? Because if you can have someone who's pacey and technical, won't that be good for the team in the long run as well? Because we're trying to like not just beat teams in terms of physicality, but in terms of pace as well. I think that will be really helpful when they even playing in Europe and all that. So I don't know. Just what do you guys think about that?
If you
I
want pace and what did you say? Pace and
Uh, Technicality.
technicality, then go for
Mm.
Carlos Baleba.
That's what I was thinking. Baleba is nice, but again,
But again,
100 million. Mm,
I mean, not me, but
mm,
Arteta sees Declan Rice predominantly as an eight.
mm,
So all our thoughts about having Bruno Guimaraes pretty much die off because Bruno
mm,
Guimaraes is not a CDM. I mean, he can play there, but
mm,
mostly he's a centre mid.
agree.
mm,
Zubimendi is a CDM who can
mm,
play as a centre mid. Carlos
mm,
And
Baleba is a CDM, but he's too young. Adam
mm,
Wharton
and
is a centre mid, but too young. So
mm, mm.
too
who's
young,
the
too
option that,
less samples.
Mm.
Yes.
yeah,
Also, for the fact
going
that
for
if
this
you
type
get
of,
someone like a Sesko, the chance of seeing Havertz as an LCM is also highly possible.
yeah,
So, yeah, actually, fair enough. Yeah. Spending another
And
close to like
also
80,
for a
90.
fact,
Huh. Hmm.
yeah,
Tell.
and also for a fact that Zubimendi is the most done deal as per the
yeah,
summer window coming. So
Hmm.
Zubimendi is the most eventually realistic option that we're going to get. As much as he
Hmm.
has transitions as his weaknesses,
Hmm.
I think we can curb that down as
100%.
to how we play because how many
Hmm.
times in the game are we going to be hit on transitions?
Huh. Hmm.
How many times is his um is he going to get exposed?
Hmm.
Because if you're talking about his on the ball ability being a killer for low blocks and mid blocks and
Hmm.
letting just our soul creating Odegaard stay higher up the pitch, it's going
Hmm.
to make a big difference. So, yeah.
Hmm. Fair enough. It's just see, if Zubimendi comes, I'll probably like support him as much as needed. It's just that uh, just the thought of having somebody like just after looking at the PhD game, the kind of pace, the kind of runners that they have in the midfield, right? It got me thinking like we need to we need to get in a Jorginho and a Partey replacement. Are we like being a little bit like conservative in our approach by getting somebody who's like slow but technically very, very sound
100%.
like?
Which is
100%.
why also I want to watch Zubimendi more for Spain this international break, because at Spain in a team that is actually
Mm,
more complete, he
mm,
functions very well.
true,
And I think
true.
he can actually be the anchor of the team for a
Mm,
Spanish
mm,
side.
And
So for an Arsenal side that um functions very famously to what De La Fuente sets up his team, I think
mm,
it's quite a similar role that he can match up and make a difference in.
mm, mm,
also, the thing is the idea of having midfielders that PSG has at
mm,
Arsenal. It might seem pleasing, but trust me, it won't work out the way people are expecting it to.
mm,
Someone like a Vitinha, someone like a Joao Neves, you would think
mm,
they'll come in at Arsenal and they'll elevate our midfield. No, they
mm,
would
mm,
be a net negative for the way we play. And
mm,
am I
mm,
saying that the way we play is the best? No. I
mm,
personally like it because it's all about,
mm,
uh, managing the game state and
mm,
taking the game from there, which I
mm,
don't feel someone like less physical, more technical player would bring. And that is
mm,
why I like Zubimendi, because he knows what possession based football is. He's been playing like that, he plays like that at Spain. And
mm,
most definitely, I want
mm,
someone like a Jorginho who single-handedly elevates our midfield in a
mm,
in a jiffy. So yeah.
And also
mm,
against a side like PSG who prefer runners, who prefer pace,
mm,
if you prioritize physicality, all of that doesn't make sense for them. They don't
mm,
have a route to go forward in. And that's what we
mm,
did, and that's how we nullified their attack completely. Even though they had a couple of players missing, I agree
mm,
that it would have been a more competent game if they had
mm.
their players who they were missing, like Dembele or I think they missed
They
Vitina as well,
didn't
right?
have Kvaratskhelia back then.
Mm,
Yeah, Kvaratskhelia is a different ballgame, but midfield players mainly. So I
No,
mm,
they
think
had they had Zaire Emery.
mm,
Only
they had
player they
Zaire
were
Emery.
missing was
mm,
Joao Neves or Vitinha. Either of them. It was Fabian Ruiz, Zaire
mm.
Emery, and either of the two.
The fact that Vitinha was at Wolves, man,
Yeah,
crazy. But yeah,
that
next
era
one,
where Wolves used to prefer Portuguese players over anything.
Yep.
to he says, didn't Fabrizio or on David Ornstein already mention that you're on? I mean, I don't think they need to mention the fact that we don't have that much funds. There's no way
Exactly.
we're going and putting close to like what 200 million just for like two midfielders. I don't think that's possible.
Zubimendi and Guimaraes is an overkill.
Hmm.
Zubimendi or Guimaraes is a sensible move.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. Yeah, but Nico is a 6'3" player who plays like a 5'8", from what I've seen.
Nico Gonzalez,
Yeah, Nico Gonzalez. Yeah. Uh,
He's come from
he's
Barca.
actually 6'3".
no, no, he looks pretty tall. No,
He's come from
I
Barca,
don't
man.
think
It
so.
will take some time for him to get up to the pace of the league.
true, true.
He'll do fine, man.
Obviously, I get the green bit, but most of our squad is getting sold next summer in the standards we have, and I'm happy if we don't win for a few years. It's been perfect. It's been perfect. This is normal. Okay, that is, um, I think rational to say. I don't. It, the fact, I mean, with Pep there, I don't think you are not competing. You're always competing as long as Pep is there at
Yeah.
the helm. There's
Also,
no chance. Hmm.
I think that they got it wrong in terms of squad building as well, because they bought superstars early in their tenure with Pep Guardiola, and
Hmm.
they didn't manage to actually get young players for the squad to
Hmm.
actually take over these players. And now that they have transitioned into a side which is being caught off guard in the league
Hmm.
especially,
Yeah.
and even in Europe, to be honest, Now is the
mm,
time that they're overspending and trying to buy these replacements and backups to all these players. So yeah, it is
mm,
great, but yeah, I get what he's saying.
mm. Why go for Zubimendi when you already have Riceman who can play in that? Ah, but with whom he'll play? When Jorginho and Partey are gone, who will he play with? Himself.
Merino can't play that role, man.
Nah.
It is fine. I mean, he's good. I'm not slandering that he's not good enough, but the fact that he can do the job as a sub or like a rotation, I don't mind. But starting him
Yeah.
all game,
The starter.
please, please no. We
I
need
don't know.
upgrades. We need upgrades. Gary, you're my brother.
Oh,
Hey man, how are you? My favorite
cool.
Coke. Who's drinking Coke?
Arush.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm drinking coffee. Hey friends, chai pee lo. Never mind, sorry.
That's coffee, bro. You just messed it up, bro.
I know. Suchi can probably watch for me, but I've been saying this, I'm enjoying this for a change. It's different. Next, like, yeah, true. He's been
Yeah.
saying this for like maybe last 1.5 years that, you know what, we need a change, we need to replenish. True. Aren't City cutting down on wage bills? Are all the new signings are on low wages?
For championship.
Wait. What is IIRC? What? IIRC meaning?
The one.
If I remember correct, bro, can't you just say
I didn't know that. I didn't know that either, bro.
I'm
But yeah,
having a generation gap with my own generation. It's that bad. Uh, uh, future proofing for as a United fan, I guess you'll not stop this banter. Um, lol, it's all jokes till the actual verdict comes on broski. Just wait.
waiting,
He,
bro. Passionately waiting.
he came from Photo Brother. We sold him.
Yeah.
I mean, he meant like
He
from
was
Lamas.
from the academy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, it'll take 4 years to win the Premier League when you're coming.
Yeah. See, I don't care about the sanctions. I don't care about they get relegated or not. Just give us our two titles and I'm happy, man. Come
Uh,
on.
You know the
Last
vibes,
2 years.
the vibes City would have in League Two is like when Virat Kohli came to play that Ranji Trophy games, man. It'll have the same vibes. Imagine like all these players playing in small stadium and suddenly you have a game at the Etihad Stadium. It'd be crazy fun, man.
like and subscribe the channel. Yeah, please let's like, share, and subscribe. We've been doing well. We've been doing good numbers. I know last stream it's my fault. I was kind of selfish in the timings and everything. In terms of numbers, it was bad, but I think the content was pretty good. We hit 535 subscribers, which is like two subscribers from the start of the channel, so that's good. Um, Next, I think MLS will go into midfield. Oh yeah, that is another one. I mean, that is still possible. I think Arteta said it in the press conference that MLS could be transitioned into midfield, right? And we got news that this one Kivior will be sold, could be sold as well. So
Yeah.
the comment says we will have to sell Kivior, Tierney, Zinchenko, and buy one LCB. He can play LB as well.
It's
Califu,
Shearer Hato.
I think Hato will be a nice one. Yeah.
But
Hato, daughter
again, the
Bakayoko.
thing is, the MLS playing in midfield discourse, I get what they are trying to say. I know
Mm,
he's got the qualities, but the thing is, he is actually already playing in the midfield.
Yeah.
He plays there every game. It's just
If
mm,
that,
you're talking, yeah,
if you take MLS out of the left back position and predominantly start him as a midfielder in a double
mm,
pivot with Rice, which I know
mm,
isn't happening, but
mm,
even if that happens, that means MLS will not be occupying the spaces that he occupies right now. So you will be
mm,
complaining that why is he playing so higher up? He should
mm,
be dropping deep. He should be
mm,
connecting play, which he won't be doing. It would be Calafiori who would be doing that thing. So
mm,
again,
for
it won't add up.
his
mm,
midfield talk, I'd only listen to it if he's playing as a six, to be honest. Because as a
Mhm.
mm,
left center mid, I don't want his output to be just kept on that one space like Parth said. But
mm,
that's just how good he's been from left back in order to just take on games. And we saw that against Chelsea as well. He just drove past players like
Yeah.
it was nothing. You
mm,
see
mm,
how his body is. He's
And
just
this,
accustomed to play
this
between the
is this
lines.
is the same case with Zinchenko, right? Zinchenko playing as an inverted fullback and Zinchenko playing in the midfield is two different things. Zinchenko
but-
won't occupy the spaces
Hmm.
when he's playing as a midfielder to when he's playing as an inverted fullback. So
Hmm.
You can just make this comparison to what it is for Declan Rice playing as a defensive midfielder and Declan Rice
Hmm.
playing as a left center mid. It's that
Hmm.
simple.
exactly,
Hmm.
exactly, yeah.
Lama had to, man. It's the easiest way. True, true. To be fair, he played under Coleman, so where he is
Nico
from,
Gonzalez.
okay, okay, okay. Ha, ha, ha. Hello guys. Hey, Dr. Vivek, how are you, man? It's been a while since you came into stream, but yeah, I hope you're doing well. We will always regret.
Point straight against Man City Villa.
I can Brighton, United,
Fulham.
what Fulham,
Bournemouth.
which uh, which one? Bournemouth. We can talk, man. We can. It is what it is. Like
Every
I know.
stream we have to reach that one point where we speak of this, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Lol, if we get relegated, so be it. So what? I support Ferrari, bro. City will never hurt me like Ferrari hurts me. You don't understand.
No, but City getting relegated
Yeah.
for the brand that Premier League is, it won't bode well. So it's
Mm,
highly
I
unlikely that
mean,
it would happen.
they'll be
mm, mm.
scraped off their trophies as well. So what legacy
Yeah.
does City have in the end?
Two-time Premier League champion Mikel Arteta. Get in.
No, no, Arsenal won't get to this thing. No, it's only till 2021. Yeah.
Oh my
City.
God,
Manchester
yeah.
United will
Man
get one too.
United.
Oh,
As
United.
long as we are not getting it, we cannot let United celebrate it, bro.
Nah, man.
See,
City shouldn't get relegated. I support City, man. They aren't into financial doping.
United and Liverpool are going to get. Bro, I can't. I can't. Liverpool and United.
I just hope in this extended period that they're trying to prove, they try
Mm,
to prove that since 2021 they've done griever mistakes, like
mm,
in order to, and then they give us the title
Yeah.
as well. But that's not going to happen, of course.
mm. Gary. No, wait. Yeah, Gary, he's a Madrid fan, by the way. My wait is over. Madrid versus United. Arsenal finally happening, my boys. Please over the. Yeah. I mean, I want the international break so that Saka will have time to come, train, get fit, come and beat you guys and burn up. Yeah, we're ready. I'm, I'm ready. I'm ready. You just wait for it. Bro, we will get three. If
Man,
Ole gets
Ole
a Premier
Gunnar
League
Solskjaer,
victory.
man. What
Yeah.
what is Polar Bear doing in Arlington, Texas, man?
How
Uh,
Saf does it? Didn't Saf leave in like 2013 or 14?
15 now.
Yeah, so this is from like 2016, 17 or 17, 18 to like 21, 22.
No, no, I think it's from 2012 on. Yeah,
No, no, no. It's
I
just
thought it's
a
from.
4 or 5 year old period that they're being sanctioned for. It's not a 10-year period.
Mm, okay, okay. Mr. Arteta, be ready. We are coming. Come,
Mr.
you come.
Ancelotti,
Mr.
we are
Ancelotti.
also coming, bro.
Lift your left eyebrow, not your right eyebrow. Lift your left eyebrow.
I can do only one eye, bro.
I know that's why. Most people can do it with the right eyebrow only.
Mine is left. Lefties.
Because old fans remember how Juru.
Ah. Dr. Vivek, what have you come on this stream for?
Nah, man. Dr. Vivek makes us feel like we are the Gen Z, man. Come on.
Uh, only Don Carlo can do his eyebrow magic.
Yeah, man.
Yes, yes. Speaking of magic, this happened.
What
15
was this
losses in
transition?
29 Premier League games. 15. More
By the
than
way,
50%.
by the way, 15 losses is as many as Arsenal has in the last 3 seasons. Facts. Putting it
Right?
out there.
They've
See,
legit lost more than 50% of their games, man. Come on. This is crazy.
mhm, mhm. And this game, right? I actually watched for Metis tell. I saw his heat map to like confirm if I felt was right. He was being defensively very good on the right side, right? Left, left
Yeah.
side. Sorry, left side on the left. And I think had we got him on loan, we would have still been okay. because people are saying, oh, he's an out and out winger, he can't defend and all that. But the way he's been dropping into that defense and helping out, that I think he would have still been better than getting nothing. I mean, at least that's what I felt like. And I
Yeah.
felt his shots have also improved. And he had a left foot shot from like
Hmm.
beyond the outside, beyond outside the box. It's like bro has a good left foot as well. And I felt his line breaking passes have also been good. It's just that no output. That's the only issue with him. And going back.
Which concludes that Arsenal fans won't talk about Arsenal not signing Matthias Tells.
Yeah,
Mhm. But at least you'll have something fresh coming off the bench.
100%.
Yeah.
You know,
But yeah.
I'm not engaged in the whole output thing
Mhm,
because
mhm,
I know that the first step is to create, and if I
mhm,
know that a player is going to create something, that's
mhm.
enough reason for me to get him.
True, true. And
I didn't even watch the game, bro. I just laughed at
Yeah,
the scoreline. That's it. Because the only
mhm,
thing I remember of this game is Alex Iwobi's tweet
POV.
after the game.
mhm,
What do you think about?
It's just too funny. And then I think even the Fulham admin um
uh,
put out a
uh,
post of Sessegnon scoring against like his previous club only. So
true,
it's a
true.
joke, man.
Yeah, Ryan Sessegnon, man.
And also that title, is his name Calvin Bassi? No.
Yeah. He
The
threw
way,
Romero,
Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
the way he threw Romero was just iconic. Well, not iconic, just like insane to watch. Like I couldn't believe I saw that. And also Willian, dude, he's like some enigma. Like how? Like he has gone to Fulham. He's playing like the one he used to be at Chelsea. He left Fulham, came back to Fulham, and still plays like the one he was at Chelsea.
yep.
Like where was this Willian when he was at Arsenal,
The
man?
only difference being when he came to a certain North London club.
Is this not fair? Like I'm happy for him. He's a good player. I've always rated him when he was at Chelsea as well. I thought he could have made his move to Barca, but then he stayed at Chelsea, then came to Arsenal, did nothing, and
I
then he
think
came to. Hmm.
I think the biggest joke of his tenure at Arsenal was that his first goal was a free kick goal or something.
His first that would came in the last match of the season, not just
Yeah.
somewhere in between the last match. And his first game was insane. 3 assists, bro. Three
Yeah.
assists.
Yes, yeah, against
I think
Fulham.
that was
Against
against Fulham.
Fulham.
Yeah.
It was against
Mhm.
It
Fulham.
was mental.
Against
It
Fulham.
was mental.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and as always, Robinson was just class, man, on the
Yeah,
left.
Anthony
He rem-
Robinson.
like if Tierney was fit, I think he would have something similar to that. He's very classy left back.
Also,
Rate
I
him.
heard
Hmm.
that Leno also had a very good game because I
Oh
saw
yeah,
comparisons of Raya, Leno, Ramsdale on the. So I think he's
mm-hmm.
done. So I think he's
Rams
done something good.
or Ramsey at Southampton. Like I see it. I mean, I'm sorry, Ramsey. I'm not going to say anything. You helped us transition into a team that plays on the back, so I'm not going to say
Exactly.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Good
I'll
luck, man.
always have a special place in my heart for Zinchenko, Gabriel Jesus, and Ramsdale, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agreed. I would have a special soft spot for Dennis Suarez, who's been an absolute patient for Arsenal's hospital bills. He's been
Ah, that
incredible.
season, man. That season, how he ended up losing the Europa League final to Chelsea.
Uh, Intervening is all. I don't care. Forza.
Wow.
Serie A's
Uh,
Wow.
title race is something else. Well,
Yep.
mhm,
not only title
mhm.
race, but also the European spots
European
because
sport race in Serie A.
recently, I just don't know how Lazio have fallen off, bro. They were
Yeah.
like top three contenders,
Hmm.
and then
Mm,
suddenly this drop off after Nuno Tavares hasn't been able to get match fitness, has been red carded and stuff like that. They've just gone to like sixth, and like Bologna, who were at sixth, have just turned
mm.
up to like fourth, and then
Fourth,
Roma, who were like 10th or something, have also
mm.
come up.
Seventh,
Milan
yeah.
are
Roma is
just there.
unbeaten in the last 14 Serie A games.
Who?
Mm,
Roma.
mm,
Yeah, crazy.
mm. What is happening to Kivior? Why isn't he getting game time nowadays? Any guess? Or is he going to be sold in the summer? And that's why we're not risking with injuries. The
No
fact that
guesses, bro.
see,
No
the fact that
guesses.
we have Margales as that
Yeah.
solid LCB, it's like it's like the Liverpool situation when you have Van Dijk. Do you really want to rotate with Van Dijk?
You
Oh,
won't play Kivior until and unless it's necessary for you to play him. I mean,
mm,
same as
mm,
the case with Liverpool. You know, they
mm,
didn't give Jarrell Konsa and Joe Gomez time until and unless Konate started to get injured. So
mm, mm,
that's the same thing. And Kiwior has always been a good squad player. I don't
mm,
feel that he's Arsenal quality, but
mm,
is he someone who will let us down every time he
mm,
sets foot on the pitch? No,
no,
he's done his part. He did his
mm,
part in the 23-24 season. The
mm,
Newcastle
Left
game I
back.
won't ever forget.
mm,
Newcastle, it was Jorginho and Kiwior,
mm,
and he's had very good games. Even this season against United, he did
mm,
play well.
mm,
So
mm.
he's done what he had to do, but yeah, he's always been a
Quality,
squad
yeah.
player.
Quality has been
Mm.
staggering, but you can't really blame him for what he
Yeah,
was
again, but
True.
expected to do and
He's
what his
played. He's
quality was coming from
mm.
Spezia.
and he's been
yeah,
always
and
played out of position as well. Right? He's not been played
yeah,
as his favorite executive position, so that also makes sense. But
yeah,
uh,
he's played as a left back, left center back, and his competition was Gabriel Magalhaes. So yeah,
okay, true,
And he's
true.
been also asked to play like Saliba's position as a
Mm. As
wrong-footed
yeah,
a
player on right center
right
back. So
center back.
true,
Yeah,
true.
can't expect much, bro.
You remember that conversation we had during COVID? And not us, but like as fans, we had why not starting Pablo Mari and Margalis together, two LCBs, right? And two left-footed
Yeah.
centre backs. Why not?
at one point, Arsenal's best centre back pairing was Pablo Mari and Rob Holding. And
No,
AFTV legit had put out a tweet that this is our best defense. We have to start these two.
I mean, are they wrong though?
They weren't
And
wrong, to be honest. I
back in the
think
day,
Pablo
Rob
Mari
Holding.
gave us
Do you
enough to
realize how
support.
far we've come?
Ah,
Pablo Mari and Rob Holding, man.
Now,
the
this is
fact.
why I like Moises Caicedo because his analysis is top at this point.
I mean, the fact
And
that we
even,
won a FA Cup with David Lewis,
yeah,
Mustafi, and
and
Is
injured
even
shame
back.
on Chelsea, is shame
what's
on
his
Man
name,
City.
man? Enzo
Mm,
Maresca. He's going on the same road, that Caicedo went on. Arsenal has been playing together for 5 years. We've only had a year, 2 years together, and we
mm,
still matched them and went toe to toe with them. And I'm like,
mm.
yeah.
Nice.
Congrats.
But
Yeah.
weren't you meant to win the Premier League this season? So, I
Weren't
mean,
you the underdogs for top four or something as well?
top
Mm.
four.
Oh, what is the position in the Premier League right now?
They're fourth. They're still
What
fourth.
position?
Mid, bro,
City are
mid.
in fifth. City are in fifth. But yeah. Um, just adding, just adding an opinion, food for thought. What if in Arteta's new Arsenal's team building finishes with Zubimendi and maybe a striker in phase five because a lot of players are entering those.
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
his phase five has to be a winger, center forward, and a defender. I mean, a DM.
mm, mm,
Yeah. 100%.
Two signings in attack.
mm. Charges are from 2009 to 2020. Pretty sure this is the time frame. Ah, that's what I feel. It's like the longer time frame, not just 4 or 5 years, Arush. Because if I
Yeah.
remember, I don't remember 2000. I don't remember the exact starting year, but I remember that includes even that season when they won against QPR, if I'm not wrong. And even that is included. So it's like that old, not just like recent
Right.
on 2017, if I'm not. Gary, oh yeah,
Yeah.
this top. The way he went to the
Oh
away
yeah.
fans, he went into the crowd, told them this is. I mean, like I rated, man. I genuinely rated, but the fact that he's a lone player who had to go there and talk to fans, and not Son, not Cuti Romero, or not these players, like a lone
You
player
know
attend.
that that is what the sad part is about the league right now. United
Uh,
is 13th, no one cares. Spurs is
mm,
14th, 15th, no one cares.
mm,
Chelsea is still fourth, no one
mm,
cares. City is somehow still fifth, no one
mm,
cares.
mm,
And the talking point is Arsenal has bottled the league. So yeah, I mean,
mm,
I
mm,
I,
mm.
I get it.
I came here after a hectic day. Bhilo is remembering how for granted people take what's Arteta doing at club. We're back to being favorites in every match and cricket.
100%, man.
Story of her life.
100%.
Oh, by the way, I hope you're doing well. I hope you get some good night's rest. We are going to a badly missed.
Mhm. Funny topic
We're,
to dive into.
we're badly going to miss Party. Said no Arsenal fan ever. No, at least for the last 2 seasons, we not said that. We said okay. We got used
Partey
to
is
it.
going to miss Arsenal, bro. Arsenal's not going to
Uh,
miss Partey.
the paycheck that we give him, he's going to probably miss it, man. I don't think we're going to miss him. If you miss him, I think that's sad. That's genuinely sad.
Uh,
Uh, of all who left, I love Ceballos the most. You know
yeah,
what? He's been a good servant.
yeah,
He's been a very,
100%.
very good player. Yeah. That tweet of yours, Arush, about his path was top notch, a proper servant for us. Gave us all in a 5-2-3 system and always loved. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
fair enough.
Wasn't Ceballos the one who had two loan spells at Arsenal?
Yeah.
Two
Yeah,
seasons, yeah.
we
Mm-hmm.
extended that loan spell, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good time of Arsenal's relationship with Real Madrid, to be honest.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because we got
Oh,
Odegaard also at that point of
Odegaard.
time, Ceballos
Mm-hmm.
also.
Now we should try to get Kamavinga, Guler.
Yeah.
The problem with Chelsea is the lack of leaders because most of the players are really young and have the delusions feel of grandiosity around them.
Grandiosity.
Crazy bro. Apart from the medical terms, bro is a dictionary as well, which translates into the huge ego battle and play.
100%.
Yeah.
The fact that they sold their own academy players who know what it is to play for the badge tells you everything wrong at Chelsea. Like, how are you selling Gallagher? How are you selling Chalobah? These guys know they they know what it is to play for Chelsea. They've been grown in that system, and then you go ahead and sell them out.
And the thing is, the face of Chelsea Football Club right now is Cole Palmer, and I can guarantee that he'll jump the ship at the first chance he gets. He doesn't care
Mm-hmm.
about Chelsea like that. All he cares about is his stats.
The fact that he need to go somewhere and shine, and Chelsea
Chelsea,
gave him the
Chelsea is
spot.
just a group of individuals, man. It's not a team.
Mm-hmm. Now this one, Tottenham fans fighting with Ange Postecoglou.
It happens every match week. Happens every match week.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of fans fighting against the manager and somehow getting the results, this
What are
one.
these transitions you're pulling up, bro?
Ballon d'Or shouts. Give him the Ballon d'Or right now, please.
Mm.
Good game, to be
Um,
honest.
yeah,
The
he did.
shit guy finally scored also. That that moment also came true. As much as I rate Hoyland, the the fact that he scored his first goal in 2025 says a lot for their fans. Did he
Uh,
end up doing that celebration?
yeah, he did. He did that. He did the
This
celebration. He
one,
did
What a
that.
this one.
shameless
Arey
guy,
yaar.
man.
I mean, kudos to him, man. He scored after what, like 2-3 months. The last time I heard,
The first time
uh,
this year.
mm-hmm. Because so when the celebration first came out, right? I asked my friend, who's my roommate as well. So, what is the celebration? I didn't know anything regarding Gladiator. Then he said, "Oh, it's a Gladiator celebration," and after that, I've not seen it. So I'm like, "Oh, it's been that long. It's been that long." So I'm like, yeah, good. But yeah.
Another
See,
shit guy scored
hmm.
is like Garnacho also scored, bro, which is crazy.
Garnacho,
uh,
man.
uh, uh. The funniest thing, not even him scoring, is the fact that he scored the first goal. It was offside. He went and sat there. The referee lifted the flag. All of them were still celebrating it. I'm like, Garnacho, bro, get a hold of yourself, man. Get a hold of. You have the pace. You can do all the dog work and everything. But like, bro, have some sense. Have some IQ, please. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's
I
see.
mean,
We can
something
debate.
to talk about in this game was, I think, Aiden Heaven's performance, to be honest.
Yeah.
I felt bad, man. I genuinely felt bad when he got injured. Like, forget the fact that he left
Knee
from
injury?
Arsenal and all that. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's knee or ankle, but I think he could probably be out for like 2 months, which could be like a season-ending. Yeah. He was
Yeah,
stretched
bro, he
out,
got
bro.
stretched off. Yeah.
He got stretched out, not just like he didn't walk or he got stretched out. So that says a lot.
and
I
he
have no
was one
class.
of the better players in this stretch of 5-6 games, man. Aiden
Mm,
Evans been very good.
And
true,
also
true,
in this game, I saw like a highlight reel of him, and he actually did well in build-up play when he wasn't being
Yeah.
pressed. All those
mm,
safe
mm,
options, passing wise, he didn't have much to do. I mean, he didn't
mm,
impress as much as you'd think, but
mm,
defensively he could actually hit back when on the transition he actually had some good moves and trying to stop those counters, and also
mm,
like physically dominating like
mm,
100%.
mm, mm.
a
I'm happy for
Leicester
him.
side.
Yeah.
Even Matthias Derek, man. He's been very good
Oh,
recently.
those last ditch so good.
His box defending is pretty good. I mean,
Oh
Mm,
his
yeah,
overall play I don't rate it that much, but what
Heaven
he's meant to do as a center back, he does it very well.
mm,
So
fair
yeah.
Heaven
enough.
had quite some good blocks as well in this game.
Hmm.
Mhm. Agree. Um, I think Bruno Fernandez as a world class. Is it? loosely use the word world class, or we should put it into context. I think putting into context is probably world class because the way he's been carrying that United team since his arrival at United is probably going under the radar. Everybody like talking about his mourning. I talk a lot about his mourning. I don't think as a captain you should mourn that much and all that. But if you look at his carry job at United, right? Um, again, not to like overrate it again. When Messi was there at Barca in his last 1 year or something, the way he used to carry that Barca team single-handedly, I think Bruno has been doing that for like since his arrival at United, not just like 1 or 2 years. It's been like how many years? 4 or 5 years since he came?
Five,
Yeah,
Yeah,
2021.
5 years.
2025.
Yeah, the way he's been carrying that United team on his shoulder, you got to credit for him. Like, do you want him at Arsenal? Do you not want him? Is he worth it?
Mhm.
Forget that. Just the fact, just putting the context with that kind of United team, I think I don't think any other player has come close to what he's been doing at United. I don't think so.
Yeah,
I mean, you
he
could
is
say,
someone.
mm,
He is someone who generates output because that is the way he plays in. He's
mm,
someone who will put in those long balls. He's someone who will take risks. And
mm,
when you are in a side like United, where there isn't a defined way of playing, all they do is play on the
mm,
counter, and
mm,
that is how they've been playing. No matter
mm,
who the manager is, even with Amorim right now, they
mm,
don't play possession based football. And
mm,
that is exactly why Bruno Fernandes does what he does, because he gets acres of space and
mm,
United has got runners.
mm,
Garnacho is a runner.
mm.
Hoyland, I won't say he's a runner, but he can finish off the chances he gets. Now
Holland will,
he's a runner,
he's a
right?
wrestler.
Holland is a
He's a
good
wrestler.
runner.
He's
And
a good wrestler.
who they've got? Amad Diallo can do that. So
Mm,
the thing is, Bruno Fernandes at a bigger club would just be another player, but at United, when United is so shit, the glimmer
mm,
of hope that he provides, and he's been
mm.
providing for 3 seasons, 4 seasons now, it
Mm,
it actually gets a bit.
mm,
Uh, People start to rate it a lot, and they start to put him in those conversations where I feel
mm,
that had United not been this shit, Bruno
mm,
Fernandes wouldn't have been this good.
mm, mm. And there's a lot of conversation that we can have regarding this. Let's see. Uh, sometimes you got to like break your fundamentals to grow or build and like to how do we say to like how do we say I forgot the word.
Influence the game.
No, not influence the game to I forgot. Okay, let's just say to build a future, right? So do you think Bruno's style of play would be like nullified by having somebody else where a system can thrive and they can, be better as a team. Like when we had a team with just Zinchenko and Jesus, we were good. Attacking wise, we were like phenomenal. But in terms of stability, we didn't have that. So do you think if Bruno Fernandes is not there and you bring somebody else who can do that dog work as well as output, they'll have more stability in that midfield, hence they'll be able to do
I
well?
don't think so.
I do not know.
I think I think
Mhm,
they'll have to change their whole overall structure
Yeah,
for that, and not Bruno Fernandes, because Bruno Fernandes is taking over
mhm,
the whole system at this point of time
mhm,
for United, because
mhm,
the creative output is
mhm,
all on him, and he's doing the dog work,
mhm,
like you said. He is attacking, he is
mhm.
defending,
Yeah.
he is the man in charge for
Mhm,
every action that they end up doing. So yeah, he has the numbers since he's joined the league, because I think since he joined the league till that
mhm,
one season, like I told you, like on the GC as well, because he had those numbers
mhm,
for what he did. As much as I hated him, as much as I
mhm,
was critical of him, he had those numbers with him.
exactly.
He seemed like a bait player, like someone like
mhm,
Parth said, like he used to play those Hollywood passes. But it's
mhm.
those risky
Pull
actions
off.
that he made in terms
Mhm,
of pulling off those Hollywood passes is what made him the difference
mhm,
maker.
100%.
And
mhm,
I'm not sure how sustainable it would be at a different club, but for a
mhm,
United team that is growing or developing throughout the period he's been at the club at, I think it's
mhm,
sustainable for them to have uh, a captain material into Bruno Fernandes being the creator for them. So
Because I
mhm,
can
mhm,
assure you, Bruno Fernandes won't do well at a big club. I mean, he first of all won't get signed in a possession based club. I mean, I just
Mm.
heard one YouTuber say today that had Arsenal had Bruno Fernandes instead of Martin Odegaard, they would have won the league in the last 2 seasons, and even we would have competed for the title this season. This will never happen
Doubt to agree with.
because Fernandes cannot do what a system at Arsenal wants him to do, and
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes can
Mm.
never replicate the style of football that Arsenal plays. He can never because he does not have the skill set to do that.
I don't think Bruno Fernandes is a player who can fix on to what the manager will ask you to do. He is not that system-oriented player. He is someone who will work according to his strengths and weaknesses.
Exactly. And that is
Mm.
why he
So
does so well at United.
there were talks of Bruno Fernandes taking an opportunity and going to Madrid, but I don't know
Mm.
how. I mean, what team do you think Bruno Fernandes would suit
Inter.
apart from a Inter? Yeah, I think Serie A would be a good choice for him.
Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, true.
Oh yeah,
But
Atletico as well.
Atletico
Mm.
don't function with a creator like that.
Mm. Mm. They
I
function to
think
create
Inter Milan is a
electronic.
good Inter
Yes.
Milan is a good try because I think
Mm.
he can drop deep considering
Mm.
it's Inzaghi, the
Mm.
switching of defenders into midfield and midfielder into defenders. I think yeah,
Mm.
Inter might be the best punt for him in the future if he was to
But
leave.
for
But I think it's too late.
for Bruno to come in at Arsenal, Arsenal will have to become a counter-attacking team. Arsenal will
Mm.
have to give up all the possession that they have in the world.
Mm.
If Bruno Fernandes lands up in Odegaard's position, the positions Odegaard takes in the game, I can
Mm.
assure you Bruno will do jack shit because he cannot function in tight spaces.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
And
yes.
he won't get the freedom to operate.
100%.
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes is a very good player in a team that lacks structure, a team that lacks any kind of cohesion, and a
Mm.
team that lacks any kind of quality, which
Mm.
United is. So, which makes Bruno Fernandes a perfect fit for United.
I will take in some comment, but before we do that, Parth, do you want to leave?
Yeah.
Because you got to. Thank you so much, and good luck
See
for
you,
your
man.
this thing.
Safe journey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank
Safe
you.
journey. Safe journey.
Thank you. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Bye bye. Yeah. Okay, we'll take in the comments now. Um, if we don't have Aubameyang in that time, I think we're also winning that FA Cup. He single-handedly gave us that cup, and now Salah's given title to.
Complete different
Agree.
teams.
I mean, it's that's what like I don't think Obama. You think
You're
Aubameyang is
talking
like.
you're talking about a completed Liverpool side
Mm.
versus a side. You can't compare that Arsenal team to what? You can compare the carrying work that both
Mm.
Aubameyang and Salah have been
Salah
doing,
had.
but
Mm.
it's a completely different comparison you're making.
Mm. Mm.
It's not like Aubameyang did it throughout a season to keep Arsenal relevant. He did it
Mm.
in a cup game. He did it in
Mm.
cup games.
No, I
He
think that season he
functioned.
did really well. Na? He even got the golden boot. If I'm not wrong. He shared the golden boot.
No, that was the next season, right? That was
No,
the previous season before Arteta coming, right?
oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, sorry,
He
my bad.
shared it.
The
He
previous
shared
season,
it with yeah. That was the
Kane
previous
and
season.
Mane. Yeah.
That was the last good output we had of Aubameyang until he signed the
Mm.
contract, and then it just turned
Colors.
into reverse.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm. Two shit guys broke. Avarum best managing well, baby. Absolute cinema happening at United. I'll talk about the Radcliffe thing, but we'll come, we'll come. Ange wanted to win against City last season, but Hotspurs fans wanted to lose. Shows a lot of the club. I feel sorry for Son. He's a goat in Asia and not winning any trophy. No, I still can't believe how this one Tottenham have had him in the club for so long. And the kind of player he is, I'm surprised that no other team has come and like try to get him out of Tottenham. Um, Odegaard last season and this season is different. I think he's missing that Saka link. Not just Saka link, the way Odegaard has been deployed, right? He's been put more into that. He's been dropping a lot more deeper than how he was like last to last season. Last season onwards, he's
yes,
been like
sir.
dropping deeper, and this season again. I think this season I'll agree that he's missing that Saka link as well. So, well, regarding Arsenal, we can talk a lot, but we have to talk about the teams as well, right? Hoyland, West Ham. He's walking though. Post game, he was in the foot support thingy and he was walking. I mean, Kai Havertz did the
Good
same
then.
thing. Saka did the same thing. But let's just hope it's not a injury that will keep recurring in the future. We just hope he has a good future. I wish and pray that Haven doesn't have a similar career path as Diaby, Wilshere, or Wayne Ramsey. It's a character and physicality is a joy too.
He hasn't looked to be a injury-prone player, and it's too soon to make that conclusion now.
I mean, he's just saying he
Um,
doesn't like. Oh, and
yeah,
Wilshere had one injury and then Kalas. Diaby, same thing. Ramsey, same thing. That's what I think he meant. Like one injury could define everything. Unpopular opinion, we spoke about this. I humbly disagree with Parthy. Uh, some horrendous argument here. Yeah, I think the more comments we get in, we'll discuss about it. Okay.
that's
Yeah,
why that's
Nana.
why I stay far from this Bruno Fernandes because he's a very complicated player for me to
Mm-hmm.
analyze. Because
Nana,
see,
mm,
what
mm,
he was at Sporting and what he is at United
mm, mm,
is similar and different at the same time. I would want to make my judgment more on a sample size, more of a club where he would actually have the duties to do that.
mm,
For Portugal, it's very similar to how he functions at United as well.
mm,
I mean, it's different, yeah, it's different. But
mm,
again, sample size is too less to make that analysis on him.
mm. Nana, I disagree with that YouTuber too. A system close by Odegaard. I'm talking about a hybrid system of us, midfield of Rice, Odegaard, on RC and Bruno at LC.
Oh
Just
yeah,
like City had one. Oh yeah, this I think will work.
this I
Definitely
agree.
will work.
100%
Yes.
agree.
Yeah. No, I okay. I think before previously he said.
Replacing Odegaard.
Oh no, actually he didn't say replacing. He just said Bruno at Arsenal will be a Ballon d'Or winner. Yeah.
Fair enough,
He
fair
didn't
enough.
say.
If
Yeah. Okay. Uh, I think we misread it as like replacement. Fair enough. Yeah. I want Darwin Nunez at Atletico Madrid. Perfect. Oh,
true,
oh,
he can be a
this
very
would
good
be
player for
nice.
them.
This would be nice because uh, I don't think people notice like how Nunes has been dropping into the midfield, right? In some games he dropped into midfield and he laid off ball to like Salah and Diaz on the left side. And I don't think people saw that, and I don't think he's being played into that role again. I do not know what is happening with Slot. We'll come to the Liverpool side of things if we still have time. Okay. Um. Okay. At one point, Liverpool had was behind Son. Klopp said this is one of the. Did he? I
Hmm.
don't know. Okay, this I don't remember. Hmm. Bruno is having a world-class 3 months now in terms of output.
Agree, man.
I, I still think Bruno's best ever output in terms of output was when he came in, right? That half
Yeah,
season he had
insane
insane.
numbers, insane numbers.
I get it, all penalty, the majority of it was penalties, but my God, the numbers he put in that time was mad. Absolutely
Yeah,
mad.
and also now that he is not just the Penandes that people used to troll him with, considering
Mm,
even me, when I was in
mm,
that era of trolling, I
mm,
used to also
mm,
call him Penandes. But for
mm,
a fact that he's also matured as a player now. You can
mm,
see
mm,
him take those build-up duties, you can see him act mature and this and that. So yeah,
mm,
he
mm.
has
Exactly,
20 goals.
exactly. 20 games in
Crazy.
just like what? March, April, May. In
That
four
too,
months, yeah,
it was that COVID period, right?
COVID period, yeah. In like 4 months, he had like 20. Wait, 20? I thought he was
Yeah.
in the 30s, no? 20? Oh, like maybe 20, half, I don't know. He was mental, man, absolutely mental. I loved Bruno in that Liverpool game. Uh,
Which Liverpool game?
the one, I think he meant the one they beat. I
The
know what he's
recent
talking about.
2-1 one.
I think the 2-1 he's talking about. Or was it the I think the 2-1 only you're talking about. Now it's 20. Fair enough. But speaking of Liverpool,
What a game,
this
man. Newcastle dominated them completely.
Mhm. And this man, this will feed for generations. The way Isaac did the celebration, ah man, the joy,
He
the
just trolled him, man. He was like, "Is this your goat? Is this your goat?" Nah.
Mhm. I mean, this celebration is his top one, but it can be interpreted in different ways when you have it in this context, and it's just insane. I don't think I have his picture in this slideshow, but there was that one where he went into the crowd and he did a celebration like that.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that
I saw,
was
I saw that.
it's something else. In this game, man. Like, well, what do you think of this? Like, there was that one time where you said that, na, if you play into what Newcastle wants, you're screwed. You just have
Hmm.
to like do something against them or play something which they're not uncomfortable with. That's when you get them. But I think Liverpool just played into their hands, and then the
Credit,
way they.
credit, insane credit to Eddie Howe, man, for him to
Mm,
go as the underdog in this team, manage
mhm,
the side physically, and actually
mm,
dominate Liverpool in terms of duels with a midfield of what Sandro Tonali, Joelinton, and also Bruno
yeah, man.
Guimaraes, and
Mm,
also missing Anthony Gordon playing Harvey Barnes there. Jacob
mhm,
Murphy stepping up,
mm, so,
Livermento completely dismantling Salah's output, and also for a fact that it was the first time that Salah, in his tenure of 392 games, didn't have a shot or a chance
mm,
created in a game,
mm,
which
mhm.
is phenomenal for Tino Livramento for an achievement in his books. Because
True.
this guy
Mm,
was someone who we wanted at Arsenal, bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Remember the period 2022
Mhm,
season?
mhm. We wanted him. Uh, he came from
More,
the Chelsea. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, yeah, Chelsea, and yeah, Chelsea
Southampton.
and another team. Yeah, Southampton, yeah.
Southampton, even
But
Southampton, he got a. I think he's one of those players who got. Oh yeah, he's another player who got his ACL injury and then came
hmm,
back and he's been phenomenal. Yep, he's another example of such a good defender. Like a
I mean,
midfielder getting. Continue, continue.
yeah. It's just that for a team of Newcastle, for a historic
Hmm,
team coming
hmm,
in, putting in the work, winning a trophy in 70 years, it just like
hmm,
the historical and the emotional aspect of it made this win even more crazy,
hmm,
considering
hmm.
how Liverpool were favorites for this title, how their last week has gone by,
Uh,
and it just,
I
yeah,
think after the
I,
result against PSG, right? I don't think Liverpool came into the game as favorites, in my opinion, because they look completely drained after that game. If we saw Soboslai, right? I think his legs were like
mm,
shivering after the end of when he came off. So you knew
mm,
they were lacking all the energy in that midfield. And then Newcastle's midfield. Joelinton doesn't stop running. Gamer is
bossed it out, man. They bossed it.
hmm. They're just mad, man. Like I'm kind of jealous of the kind of midfield that Newcastle has because they won't stop running at you. At the same
Mm,
time, I don't want that kind of midfield because all they do is just run at you. Right?
yeah.
But then Isak, such a big miss, such a big miss, such a huge miss. Arsenal had him for like 70 million and you didn't take that punt, man. And now he'll probably be available for like what, 120, 130 million. Like, I do not know what to say.
You can't argue as to how good his output is against the best centre backs in the world. You see it
Hmm,
against
hmm,
City centre backs, you see it against Van Dijk, you see it against Saliba, see it
hmm,
against
hmm.
Gabriel. This guy can do it. But
Yep,
is
yep,
that the
yep.
punt we want to take? I am not sure, man. But I would.
Eh,
It's not my money. It's not my
hmm,
point of matter to do anything. I will support the player because I love him. But
hmm, hmm.
spend the money on him, man.
Yep, same thing. Um, Again, the conversation will come, man. Like how you said, would you have an Isak kind of player, or would you have Sesko kind of player? Isak was that overall player, where Sesko is more like just like that one-dimensional kind of thing. And also for a fact, right? Isak gets injured regularly. Taking a 130 million punt, is it worth it on a player who gets regularly injured? I do not know. That's
Hmm.
That's something that I think me and Raja spoke, or I think all of us spoke on the group chat. Like, would you take the punt on the
Yeah.
player who gets regularly injured? Before this game, he was not fully fit. I don't know if you remember, right? Remember
Yeah,
when
yeah.
news came on that
He
he'll miss
missed the
the.
game in the PL as well, right? Against
Yeah, yeah.
Liverpool only missed the game.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I don't know. It'll be funny conversation. It'll be funny conversations. Please buy Spotify.
Oh yeah. So again, the talk of Isaac is again with the competition that we have, that is
Mm,
Barcelona and Liverpool,
mm,
because I think David
Barcelona,
Ornstein and
Liverpool.
Fabrizio reported that they both are also our competitors in signing him.
Mm-hmm.
So
But if you look at money, right, you can wholeheartedly put 130 million and not care about it is PSG. You could say it's Man City, but Man City have Haaland. They wouldn't want Haaland and Isak in the same team. So wholeheartedly, I think
I,
only PSG can like put 130 million and like
but
not go back and
I
forth.
don't think so. That is PSG's aim at this current point of time. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
so. They want that center forward because I think they might take Kolo back after his stint at UA, or maybe
Mm-hmm.
they just sell him. But having Kawara, having Barcola, having
Mm-hmm.
Gonzalo Ramos is
Mm.
a good enough crop for Enrique to build onto. They
Oh
might buy
yeah,
a
for sure.
cover, but that cover would be like a cheaper alternative and not spending so much on Isaac. And they
Mm-hmm.
also haven't been reported to be in links with them. So Liverpool,
Uh-huh.
of course, they have the firepower, the everything that you'd want for them to buy. It's just the
Mm.
owners that they have that won't go forward to
Epic.
sanction that deal. And Barca,
Mm-hmm.
we know how their financial status is. They
Mm.
wouldn't be able to compete in order to actually pay the money upfront, and that just leaves it to us in this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And it also is on to Newcastle and them not getting UCL and stuff like that.
Mm.
So, yeah.
But winning the Carabao Cup doesn't give you any European positions, right?
It doesn't give you European positions, but it gives you an advantage
In what?
once the table is fixed.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I saw a post
Mm.
yesterday
Uh,
from the Premier League that said
mm.
even till the 10th position, there is a chance for Europe,
Mm-hmm. I saw that. Yeah.
which is like Aston Villa or even like a United Tottenham, if they reach 10th
Mm.
spot, they have a chance to
Mm-hmm.
qualify for Euro,
True, true,
which is
true.
crazy.
I will continue the discussion with a few comments. If not Isak, you can still go for Gyökeres. Rumors are that Sporting is ready to consider offers around 60 million. Isak has a groin injury problem, I guess. He keeps having one recurring issue
Hmm.
always. It's around that area. That or his calf, if I'm not wrong. Don't consider us. We are no way signing a 100 million striker.
He is a City fan.
No, no, I think Pratham, I think he's an Arsenal fan, if I'm not wrong.
No, 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 he's not
He's
an
an
Arsenal fan. I think I've seen him on Vivek stream. I think he's a City fan.
Prathamesh Mahajan, clear it for us. God damn.
Liverpool. Oh, yeah. Do you think Salah or Van Dijk actually renew the contracts?
Hmm.
I think
Oh,
realistically they go on to sell Luis Diaz and not Nunes.
see, I think Diaz is gone. Nunes, no, actually not Diaz. Probably it's Nunes. Nunes will be the first one to be gone. Probably they'll like think about they should sell Diaz or not, because if they sell this one Nunes, they have Jota and Gakpo. Whereas if they sell this one Diaz, right, on the
Gakpo is
left
also
wing,
there.
they have not played Nunes. They have not played even and Gakpo on the left is not that good. Though personally, I prefer Nunes to be playing on the left wing, coming centrally. I do not know why they're not being done, because even for Benfica, most of the goals came from the left wing side. Na?
And I actually really liked Gakpo from the left when he used to play for PSV as well. Because he
Mm-hmm.
had
But
that he had that, yeah.
no, even for Netherlands,
Yeah.
he's been good on the left side. But the fact
Yeah.
that he's scoring most of his goals for Liverpool as a striker is a difference. I mean, I don't know how to say it. I don't know how it happened, but yeah.
They are also
And
spoiled for options, man. They have such good players in attack. And
even,
yesterday they scored through Chiesa that too.
oh, such a good finish, man.
Yeah.
Again, why Ski is not getting those many minutes, I do not know. Like when you saw that Jota and Diaz are not being that good, bring on the quick subs. No? Like what was the issue of not bringing Chiesa sooner?
And I
Maybe
think
the
that's what
mm,
majority of Liverpool fans have also complained about Slot and
mm,
his uh,
mm,
substitutions that he's gotten
mm,
wrong in these last two games.
mm, mm, mm.
You know what
And
I think? Going into next season, even if, okay, say his Klopp men are gone away, Slot's Klopp men in terms of
mm,
Trent, VVD, and Salah are gone away, or even if they stay, okay, Trent is
uh,
going for sure, but even if
mm,
they stay, I think
mm,
it's going to be that season post Arsenal's 22-23 where teams set back to play low blocks against them, to actually not
uh,
play their game. Like, 2022-23 season, Arsenal had like our whole attack had like 15, I mean,
Why?
plus 10 assists, plus 10 goals.
Mm-hmm.
That's what like the situation is in terms of goal scoring for Liverpool now as well. Although it's not come
Mm-hmm.
from all of them, but attack has been very good for them. And that's because
Mm-hmm.
as to how teams function against them. And it's not just low blocks that they face every time. It's quite an open game that they face, like hitting on the transitions and stuff like that. But I think going
Mm-hmm.
into next season, people would realize this more, like opposition teams would realize this more, and they would
Mm-hmm.
actually sit back. So I think Slot would have to do more in
Mm-hmm.
that time frame. And
So, yeah.
I think opponent managers would obviously have different routes to hit Liverpool,
Mm,
considering how this dip in form of physicality has been playing an issue
mm,
against them right now. Because
mm,
Gravenberch, like Parth has also been saying since a long time, that he hasn't been able to influence games. And
mm,
that's the same with their whole midfield with McAllister and
mm,
Szoboszlai and stuff like that.
mm.
So I think
Yeah.
that is going to play a
Mm.
factor.
And at midfield, right? The minutes that Gravenberch has played, why is Endo not even getting a chance? Like, that Gravenberch has
Mm.
played an insane, like, what, uh, 90, 30. He played 120 minutes. He's completely drained. And then you didn't play him. You played him like for the most of the game. Endo was right there. Endo was not bad. Endo was good. Give him a chance,
Mm.
na? Like at least like rotate with the players. You still have the title race. I know right now the title race is like in point difference is 12. What if you
I
suddenly
think
like you lose 2 games or draw 2 games and somehow by mistake Arsenal win 2 games? Or forget Arsenal. What if like Forest wins like in the next 3 4 games? Again the pressure is on them. So like I didn't understand why Endo is not getting minutes. I didn't understand why Kiers is not getting minutes to like at least rotate something.
I
I don't
think
know.
the only changes they made in this game was firstly Allison was not playing, Callagher was playing, and I think Kwanzaa was also starting right in place of Trent. So
Wait,
those were the only changes.
speaking of that point, you saw how Liverpool are lacking creativity when Trent is not playing. I didn't expect
Exactly,
it to
yeah.
be I didn't expect it to be that stark of a difference, but
Also,
my uh,
earlier in the stream, Parth said that Trent, he rates whom more than Trent, apart from Timber.
regions.
Yeah, recent, bro. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all
Mm-hmm.
because
No,
Trent on his prime is insanely good. Even Trent now, you see the creativity output that he plays like statistically, like as a right back, there's no one in world football who's doing that. And you see, I mean, numbers don't reflect it, but at least visually, what you see from Trent is second to none by any of the right backs. And he doesn't even function as a right back. Yeah, you can complain as much as you want to a right back of a Koundé or a Timber locking down defenders that Trent can't do. But I think for a Liverpool side, they will have to find a different route next season. And Trent going away is a big miss for them. They might just stick with that academy kid, right? What was his name? Bradley?
Conor Bradley. He's good. He's good. He's
Yeah.
a proper
He's good. He's
proper
good.
defender. I
Yeah.
think they should stick with him, but they should get somebody in the midfield to create because that midfield doesn't create
Actually.
much. Yeah,
Mm.
because you know what? We'll continue. We'll just take a few comments because there's a good
Yeah.
comments happening. To be fair, who will replace Salah if he leaves?
My choice would be Mbuemo.
And when was there? If you want, you can get even Semenyo. He's still good enough. He
Yeah.
can do the work. Semenyo at
Semenyo is also
Liverpool will be good. For now, even Harvey Elliott is good because yesterday Harvey
good.
Elliott wanted to do because when Salah was missing, Harvey Elliott was like that kind of spark who was like trying to do something, right?
Did you
And
see Harvey Elliott's comment on that live? He's like, it's just a McDonald's cup now. It's all right if we go away from it. So there was a
when did he
live.
say
I
this?
don't know who's live. Go search it up
Uh,
on Twitter. Just type Harvey Elliott or something. But he
I'll
went
do
on
it.
someone's live as a
Uh,
reaction, and he said
uh,
it's just a Mickey Mouse cup. Who cares anyways, or something like that. Not a Mickey Mouse. He
uh,
said it's a McDonald's cup. Who cares
uh,
anyways?
uh. Yeah, I'll have to see that after this game. If we offer them what they want, why not? And they deserve what they're asking. We can't lose. I think we can't lose Salah and we will lose. Look, in my opinion, Diaz and Nunez will leave and we'll keep Jota as a backup. I think same thing will happen. I don't think he lose Jota because though he's like wasteful, he can still score those goals out of nowhere.
But
And
at the same time, I think Slot rates Nunes, right?
if he reaches, why is he having that little less time, those less minutes?
because he sees him as to functioning like that. Because even in the first leg against PSG, he wanted him to come off the bench, and he made the difference off the bench. So he particularly kept him in the second leg as well off the bench. To but yeah, I don't know how it is. I don't know the inside of Liverpool.
Because if Nunes started, you'll have somebody to like target in the long ball
Yeah,
thing. Because
but again,
Liverpool's, I mean,
for 90
okay.
minutes or like starting a game, that is not sustainable for them. What is sustainable is coming off the
Mm.
bench and Nunes doing that is more sustainable for them.
If, just for the sake of it, right? Liverpool needed to end the game, at least in the first half against PSG at Anfield. When you know that Nunes can bring that chaos, would you start him? You definitely want a chaos initially to
Yeah.
score the goal killing, right? Why didn't Slot do that? I do not know. I mean, probably Prathamesh comment regarding this one. Slot is very rigid.
Yeah.
Makes sense. He's very, very rigid. He could have made
And
some
that's what
substitution.
that's what
Mm,
his talks of when he was at Feyenoord was as well.
mm,
Um,
mm,
his man management in Feyenoord in terms of substitutions and
mm,
changing his dynamics was different.
mm,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
weaknesses are being
No,
shown, but
mm, no giving contact to Salah is not giving contact to Salah is criminal. He's just been carrying. No, he has been carrying a front line this season. No other forward stopping up to help Salah. Agree. Gatto was doing it, but he got injured, and now he's not still with it. Yeah.
hmm,
When Mane was there, right? Mane used to pick up the slack when Salah used to fall off around like this period of the
yeah,
time, and that has
what
gone
a
under the
sight that
radar.
was.
Yeah, yeah. So that has gone like under the radar completely.
Even
Technically, we're not.
Firmino, to be honest,
Hmm, for me, no.
Firmino was
His
also
older,
very good.
his older play was something else, man. Something else, you know. Technically, we are playing without right back because corner is not available and corner is a huh. Yes. So,
I
talking
mean,
about the
we
right.
can't complain about injuries, can we? If you're talking to an Arsenal fan, if you're going head to head in the
No, I
title
don't think
race,
I don't think
I
he's
know, I know. I'm just
complaining to
saying.
be fair.
I'm
I
just
know, I
saying.
know. To
I
be
don't want to
fair.
get in ahead of these
Mm.
fucking Liverpool fans.
Sorry, Prathamesh. The frustration is on the Liverpool fan base as a whole, not just you. Please come back
Yeah.
to stream, okay? We're not this evil.
Early morning, 7 o'clock, I was beefing with Liverpool fans, man, on my way to
Uh, uh,
college. Bro,
uh,
how can you have Mikel Arteta as a first thought after
mm,
losing a title to Eddie Howe and saying Eddie Howe has matched the
trophy,
same titles as Mikel Arteta?
trophy, trophy,
What
trophy,
do you mean?
trophy.
Bro, it is shame that you have lost the game going
Uh,
as
uh,
favorites. League
mm,
leaders going
mm,
as favorites, losing to Newcastle. That
mm,
should be your main point as a Liverpool supporter. That the main point should be of how Slot has managed to make this 1 week of football from a treble to a single trophy competing. That is not a conversation. You are more of a troll in talking as
mm.
to, oh, Arsenal, oh, Mikel Arteta. Better topic.
And the
Rage bait,
fact that
apparently.
now that see, I think international break came at a very, very good time for them. Now they'll have 2 weeks of rest. But
Hmm.
that's what people are saying in terms of Premier League. But if you look at the
Yeah.
players, Nunes, he
Psychology, I
play.
don't think so. It
No,
works
no,
well.
not psychology. I mean, they'll go play for their international team, right?
Hmm.
It's not like they're having rest. Right? They're going and playing their international games. Salah, Pakka is playing. Nunes, Pakka is playing. Jota, I think he's playing. In the midfield, Gravenberch is definitely playing. So Versla is playing. So
Jota, Jota plays for Portugal, right?
Portugal, na? Wait, he doesn't play for Portugal, does he? Oh, he
He
plays.
does,
He
he
plays for
does.
Portugal. He does. He does.
Yeah.
Backline, DVD is playing.
Hmm.
Kwanzaa, no. Or Kwanzaa is called up for the England squad.
Konate
So,
should bench Saliba, please. He
uh,
needs the
yeah.
rest.
So no more injuries, please. I can't. We
Yeah.
need him at least. Like we don't want attack is gone. Karas
I
back to
think
big.
this is the only international window in which there are no like big players stepping down from the international duty, right?
Saka.
Hmm?
Saka has stepped down. No,
But he's injured, right?
is it?
Hmm.
As for
Fair
Arteta,
enough.
he's on the.
I mean,
As for
talking about big players stepping down, Messi has stepped down because of the discomfort he felt today from the
as per
Argentine
like
national team.
scans and all that, he told me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Other than that, wait. Sadio Mane is the
Sadio
best player in.
Mane, he's the best player in the world. Do you not
Okay, okay,
remember the
that's why.
video?
It took a while for me to like understand what you're trying to say. No, 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 it's good. Yeah. Um. hmm. You know what? Prathamesh, if you were given a choice to like renew two players, out of like VVD, Salah, and Trent, who would you retain, and who would you uh like go all out and just give them the contract that they want, and who would you like just let him go like because you can't afford to?
And how long of a contract would he give?
How long is the contract as well? Because Salah, I think a Saudi team came for Salah and they said we'll pay him what 150 or 200 million, right? Was it this summer window?
Yeah, I think so. Last.
Mm.
See,
Yeah,
bro,
this summer. Mm,
realistically, even if they renew Salah, he's 32 already. Yeah, he
mm,
deserves the contract. I agree. You give him a
uh,
2-year
uh,
contract,
mm,
you would want to kick him away next season to make some money out of him
mm,
because you won't let him go on a free. So
mm.
realistically, what does he give in one season for you to actually say that he deserves the and yeah, he deserves the contract, of course, but
Mm, mm.
if
Even
because
it's,
Liverpool are a side, Liverpool is a US owned team, of course. So they would think about businesses at the end of the day.
mm,
So does that realistically suit their um, thought process?
mm.
Van Dijk is 33.
Oof,
So
33. I think the way Van Dijk plays, I think he can create it like 36, 35 easily.
yeah,
So I
these
think
guys can
giving
surely play. Yeah.
Mhm. But giving them 3-year contract and then Prathamesh says both players can still give us 3 years, or we can sell them at the end of second year. Again, if you sell them at the
Hmm.
second year, how much money will you make? The chance of you
But
making
again,
more.
how
Hmm,
much of the resale value would the Liverpool owners want to take a punt on?
hmm, hmm,
They would want to make a
hmm,
profit of them, right?
hmm, hmm.
And
Because in
saying
this,
one season as
uh,
well, they
hmm,
are just gonna stop their development under slot and continue
true,
going the same way as it is.
true. Because, but also like I get Prathamesh's point, right? Renewing at least Van Dijk and Salah. Imagine if they let go of Salah and Van Dijk because of free transfer, right? and
Mm,
and they want to sell Nunez and Jota, that's basically
mm.
four players gone. In these four players, three attackers are gone and one main. You're using a captain plus defender.
Oh yeah, Konate is also off to PSG or something, right?
I, Konate is not renewing his contract, so that is also there. So I don't know. See, agreed. This season they have been phenomenal. I'm not phenomenal. They've been good. Other teams have also not done well, so
Yeah.
that kind of helped the situation. But we look at the long term. When Liverpool had a chance to get what 100 or 150 in this summer window, they don't know, and they continued assuming that Salah renews his contract, but that is not happening. It's almost what it's March. Half of March is done. April, May,
Mm.
2 months are left. Are you going to sign a contract? I do not know. So they are in a very dicey situation. There is a very, very good chance they lose Trent for free. I mean, in my opinion, Trent is gone. Probably like, not just for the season, he's gone
Trent
to
is
like
gone
Wenger.
for sure.
Yeah. And I think Ayush also made a very good point when he came to us team. If if Liverpool weren't in like this competitive point, right? Maybe he would have been gone in the winter window itself to Madrid.
True,
What
true.
do you guys, Prathamesh, what do you think of that? Like, do let us know. I will take in your comments. To be honest, I don't agree on this point with many fellow Liverpool fans that no one expected us to win any trophy this season. But at this point, we are in. Wait,
Position to win a trophy.
did I say that nobody? I didn't
No,
understand.
no, you said it correct.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Agree.
true.
To be fair, nobody expected you guys to win. I think it was Man City was the Arsenal and Liverpool. They thought they wanted transition, so whatever. Right. Speaking of transition, we have our third member, Raja. Hey, Raja, how are you?
Hey,
It's
hello
quite
guys.
early today, bro.
Yeah, it's
Nah,
pretty
bro,
early,
like
man.
I was outside.
So, yeah, we're talking about
We are
Liverpool situation.
we are on your favorite topic, Raja. You can continue.
Uh, uh,
On what?
his next
On what?
point is
Liverpool.
Liverpool. This excuse is rubbish because we are bloody Liverpool and we're not some Brighton Forest. When we enter any competition, we're favorites to win. United is doing so bad, but still people expect them.
Yep.
Uh,
It's
I'm
good to
trying to
be wanting from your side. What's that word, man?
expect it.
No, there's this one word. Oh, I forgot.
No, what is the thing that it's talking about?
Yeah, it's good to have that expectation from a team when you're such a huge club.
Oh, what did you want to say?
There's this word, man. Continue, continue.
Uh, see, uh, why reduce our expectations as a fan? Huh? Agreed. As long as you have Salah, yeah, as long as you have Van Dijk and Trent, you're always going to be competitive. There's no doubt about it, right? Our point is, were you guys wrong to not take the punt to make money off Salah's sale when when Saudi was willing to pay 100 or 150 million? I think it was 200 million. But I also get the
Mhm.
point because Saudi came for Salah for that much amount of money, and I think the last week of the summer window, the Premier League summer window, so you didn't have enough time to like get somebody to replace him. I get that point, but I think it was a huge gamble to not take that money because right now you are in a very, very dire situation. You do not know if Salah will renew. You do not know if Van Dijk will renew. Trent is honestly gone, in my opinion. And then the chances of Jota and Nunez getting sold is also there. So you're probably losing five players. And to replace five players in one window, you know FSG more than us. Is that highly possible? I do not think so. So
Mm.
it's a huge punt. Yeah, around 150 million. Agreed. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, so that same talk of slots era starting post this season is the real talk, in my opinion,
Mm,
because
mm,
how he deals with Klopp signing going away is
mm,
where his tenure starts. If he has a trophy to back this, well and good, he is up there. But if he
mm,
doesn't, I mean, even if he does and he manages to drop off next season with just
mm.
like a few players falling away, it would
Mm.
question a lot of things for Liverpool.
See, Farush and Raja, right? I know we are Arsenal fans. I know we just want Liverpool to like fall off and like all the media to like fall on them and criticize them and like banter Plot and Liverpool. But imagine you have a world class, not world class, you have world class first level and you're losing five of them. Are you honestly expected to do something after that? Because I think the
See,
sympathy will definitely be there. I agree that we didn't have the sympathy when Unai Emery was there. We didn't have the sympathy when Arteta was there. But we are rational people. So should we really be that on spot where we'll have to like criticize Slot for not delivering a
see,
trophy after losing
I'm just
five key
I'm just
players?
saying this why, because
Mm,
I think post
mm.
Liverpool winning that title in 2019, was it Premier League title?
No, no,
2020?
2021, yeah,
Okay.
like COVID.
So post
Mm,
that season, you would
mm,
expect Liverpool to continue to fight for the title the next season as well. They are
mm,
supposed to be favorites to continue to win the title the next season. But they
mm,
dropped off for the remaining years, right?
mm,
Consider
mm,
injuries, consider anything that you want to put in place. But
mm,
that
mm,
drop off makes me think that something similar in the lines as to critique a manager has to come in place for Slot as well. Yeah,
mm,
it's crazy for a manager to just come in and do something and just like win a trophy for Liverpool, a historic
mm,
club, not
mm,
not even not having your own players,
mm,
selling those players and buying your own players. Will he
mm,
be able to do it? I think he should be criticized at that point as well,
mm. No, I'm
which I
saying he
think
should be.
he will cope well for the Premier League title. I think
Mm,
they'll
mm,
go head to head again next season. I
mm,
hope
mm,
there's no
mm.
juju of on our seasons and with injuries and stuff like that. But
Look, yeah.
it's just that
Raja, what?
aspect.
Mm, Raja, what do you have to say about this?
I I think this is an end of the cycle for the this current set of players who they signed around like 2016-17 period.
Mm,
um, it's all about like how they rebuild. So I think we'll
mm,
see what happens with how they rebuild, and we can criticize when that happens. For now, we'll just see like where these all these players leave and all. I guess I'm not too
mm.
bothered about Liverpool. I don't think they'll be able to compete again at the top for next 2-3 years.
Top
Two,
four.
3 years.
Mm. I think they'll
Think so?
compete for top four, not the league.
Yeah, top four. No, no, like I'm saying, like for the title.
Yeah.
What if they keep Salah and Van Dijk and replace somebody in that right back positions who will be creative, or they get someone in the midfield who will be creative? Do you think they can still like compete for the title? Compete for the title?
Van Dijk, Van Dijk will stay. I think Salah will go. Salah has that $200 million contract ready from Saudi. Uh, the Arab Prince returns back to Arabia, and yeah,
Mm.
we'll see.
How? Okay, his contract runs down now, right?
Mm.
Yeah, in the summer it's over.
Hmm. So Liverpool
No,
aren't making any profit of him.
no
None.
profit. No, I'm just saying if Liverpool somehow manage to keep Van Dijk and Salah at for the next 2 3 years or whatever they call the contract, do you think they still fight for the title?
They'll fight for the title like
Even with Salah,
Portugal.
they won't.
Even with Salah, they won't.
No. This the current season he's having. It's like an anomaly. Like, how do you
Yeah.
even expect like a player to produce that level of efficiency? It's not even possible
It's not
to
even that
replicate
in
again and
terms to
again.
how, yeah, and it's just him, bro. There's no one in the Liverpool side who's actually being consistent in terms of goals or assists or performances in order to actually help the side attacking wise. It's just one
Mm.
man carrying the whole team.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole factor of opposition teams not taking advantage of their thing, injuries
Mm.
coming into play, opponent sides having injuries just when they end up playing against them and stuff like that.
Mm. No, but see, last in the summer window, they didn't invest anything except 12 million for Chiesa. In the winter window, they also didn't invest on any. No, they invested on a goalkeeper of all things. They
Yeah,
invested
yeah,
on a goalkeeper.
Mama Devshili.
Yeah. So maybe they might actually have money in the summer, assuming that they sell Jota and Diaz. So maybe they
Okay,
could get a CDM.
keeper
Maybe
is
they could get.
coming. Keeper is
Mm,
coming. Allison is getting sold this summer
it's
because Thilo Callagher
Yeah,
is
Alisson
a
is
very
leaving.
good
It's
keeper.
confirmed he's leaving.
So this is quite a lot of losses that they're going to have.
Yep.
wait.
You
They're
didn't
losing
know?
Alice.
Alisson is
Wait,
leaving.
on a free.
Yep. His
Oh,
contract runs out,
Allison is
I
also
think.
out of contract.
Yeah, let me check.
I don't think we'll compete for the title, but yeah, we will be in the top four mix.
Oh, he's saying Callagher is leaving, in my opinion.
Mohammed,
We will
yeah, yeah.
keep
Huh.
Cali.
See, this is what I thought. Because Kelleher didn't want to be the second fiddle anymore, right? And assuming that Mama Dash, your
Mohamed
mama,
Yeah,
Ashwili.
whatever.
that dude uh, will be ready to play as a second
Okay,
fiddle as he's developing. And he
Allison
says
is
that Allison's
contracted till
contract.
27.
Allison,
Yeah, yeah, 2 more
I don't
years.
think Allison will be.
But
Oh, he's
but they have signed Mamadashvili for a good amount of this thing,
30
bro.
million.
He
30
can't be
million.
second fiddle. He can't be second fiddle just like that.
But
Saudi
this
contract
day,
coming.
but in
50
this day and
million goes to
age,
Saudi.
no, that Saudi contract was for Ederson, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
For Ederson, they came and they were ready to like let him go and
Hmm.
all that, but
Arsenal also.
something happened. Uh, no, but I
Kelleher
think
is
Allison.
26, by the way.
So he probably will go to a decent club and be the first starting keeper. Na? So I'm assuming Kelleher will go, and this guy will be the second fiddle where he develops under Allison. Once Allison probably like will be gone in 27 or like will contract will be there, and then this guy will be there to like take over. That's what I think. I don't think they'll let go of Allison just like that.
Wait, let's just see Allison's age.
I don't know how far to
Allison is
figure out this.
32.
Hmm. 32. So
I
in like 2 years,
think
it'll be 34.
I think they'll have an Arsenal situation in them, bro. And I think we will have that situation again next season.
Of course, I was expecting this comment from Ainsley, man. Uh, when will Saudi give Leva his contract? I think Leva will retire at Barca. He'll be like, chuck it, I'm done. And then he'll like happily go make TikToks with his wife.
Some player is going to MLS, right? Oh, Griezmann is going to MLS.
Haha, Griezmann,
Free
yes.
contract.
Mhm. But Liverpool situation after this season will be very, very interesting to look at because they have not
Hmm.
invested in summer that much, so they might have money. Second thing, Nunez and Jota. might be no Nunez and Diaz are on the way out. Third thing and the most important thing is Van Dijk, Salah, and Trent ka situation. What is going to happen? I'll not understand. In my
I
opinion,
think
Trent is gone. Trent is gone.
Liverpool didn't spend much because they expanded Anfield, so they're
Mm-hmm.
being conservative to recover the
True, true.
finances of that
Mm-hmm. I agree.
that deal.
Good point. I was having this conversation with a friend yesterday, and I forgot. Yeah, that's a very good point. Anfield extending their stadium dented their finances, and now if they need to extend contracts for Van Dijk and Salah, they're assuming that it'll be with uh, wages. I mean, Salah is already on 300 plus. I think he's only 300 plus player in their roster. If they want to extend, they'll have to pay lots more. And then Van Dijk is in like 200 to 20 range. They need to they need to like extend probably will be in the 250 plus range. So again, especially the kind of thing that they need to like see if they can make money and then will they will. So we'll have to see. Very,
Off
very
topic,
interesting.
but
Hmm.
international break, Spain play Netherlands and Italy play Germany,
Oh,
which are
good
some
one.
good games, bro.
Good games. Yeah.
Hmm. So, to be
Spalletti
honest,
versus
boss,
Nagelsmann.
no,
Hmm.
he said no. Wait, Spain versus Netherlands.
Spain versus
Van Dijk,
Netherlands, Italy versus
Van,
Germany.
Van Dijk and Gravenberch. Slot should have played Endo, man. Slot should have played Endo, but yeah, it is what it is. To be honest, boys, I'm
Does
tense about
Gravenberch
this.
start for Netherlands?
I think the kind of form the kind of performance he's had, I think they will play him, no? No?
They'll make sure that he's benched for like fitness reasons.
Mhm. To be honest, boys, I'm tense about this contract situation, but I'm also confident that Edwards and Hughes will do a good job to sign new players. You guys will sign some gem players like how Brighton does. Won't be
Prathamesh,
surprised.
who would your signings be, considering
Mhm.
the whole haul
Yeah.
of Liverpool losing players?
I
Mhm.
think
I
Liverpool
think
have way
Realistic
too many
unbeats.
variables to consider.
I
True,
think
man.
Slaughterback will be one of the players that they want to target. I won't be surprised.
Schlotterbeck won't leave, bro. I'm telling you, Schlotterbeck won't leave Dortmund.
You
Yeah,
think
Even if
so?
he's
they
like a
don't
cult
get
hero there.
Europe,
Hmm?
exactly. And even the contract that he wants, which Flo was saying on a group because he knows Germany more. So
Hmm.
what Schlotterbeck would want to make is build a legacy at Dortmund first of all. Even if
Hmm.
it's a short contract, he'd stay there because Dortmund are surely not getting Europe this season. They're 10th
Hmm.
or 11th in the league.
Hmm. Hmm.
So he would want to build another good season, get them back to Europe, and maybe then leave.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh my God, he is
And
in.
No, like even I know a couple of like Dortmund fans. They do rave about Slaughterback being
Slaughterback.
their next captain
Yeah.
material and stuff.
Hmm. 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 Oh man,
It's
usually
really good.
extending Anfield for PSG fans is crazy, not gonna lie. Uh, VVD Gravenberg Gak is he called is Gatso called for the Netherlands squad? I thought he's not fully fit enough to like even play.
hmm,
But it's hypothetical. हमको कोई Pokemon signing कर लेना है. True, true. I will get Kirkir. Kirkis. Oh yeah, I heard about Kirkis. How good is he?
oh yeah, very good, bro. He's been the one of the best left backs, top three left backs, I'd say, this season.
Oh yeah, speaking of left backs, the Liverpool fans have this thing that they need to sell Robertson long. Oh wow. Uh-huh.
Yeah, he is also long due to leave, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about left backs, they got haunted by Nuno Mendes just a week ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true,
I mean,
true.
did you notice like Nuno Mendes is not even that good of a defender. I mean, how did he do
Mm-hmm.
that well?
Mm-hmm.
He used to get cooked by everyone.
Yeah, true.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm seeing his revisionism like he's some next level. What we say? Who was the
Left back.
goat left back?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I
Getting
mean,
compared to all those.
you lock up Salah and then you just keep performing attacking wise also. It's
It's
just too good to be true.
it's it's
Mm-hmm.
not hard to lock up Salah. It just depends on the game, I guess.
Mm.
Mm.
If they want to sign a good DM, obviously you need a good DM. Speaking of good DM, right? I think McAllister would be the creative midfielder if they get a DM because the DM and Sobersley will do the work in defensively and McAllister would just have to take care of attacking wise because for Argentina it's been brilliant when DePaul and Anzo were there, right? They were doing all the defensive work. All McAllister had to do was take care of the attacking front of things or create for Argentina, and he's been brilliant in that World Cup. I thought the same thing will happen once you signed Endo, but that was not the case. So for McAllister's sake, I hope you guys sign a DM so that McAllister would be the McAllister that we all know.
I
Striker,
think
oh,
he's just what we say number eight kind of profile. You cannot like rely on him to create so many chances. He's just a box to box type player, kind of
mm.
in that.
But
Yeah.
at least his output will be like much better than what it is right now. No? If he didn't have to like do all that defensive work by like falling deep, getting into that midfield areas and all that, no, getting into that defensive areas and all that. That's what I'm saying.
I think I think he's playing like kind of similar role to what he did at Brighton. I don't think it's much different than there.
No, at Brighton he had Caicedo and somebody else
Gross,
with Caicedo. I
Pascal
think
Gross.
Pascal Gross and Caicedo were doing all that work, when McAllister would be like the one taking from midfield to attack
Even
into
I've
the.
seen
Bissouma, right?
him play as number six many times, even at
Bissouma was also
Brighton.
there, right?
No, I think after Bissouma
Yeah, yeah.
went, Caicedo came into picture, if I'm not wrong. Or was it something? Hmm.
Both were there at the
Uh,
same time. It's just that he got sold the next season.
hmm. And not Robo,
Now
we'll
they have
probably
Baliba.
sell Simicas.
Yeah.
Vale. Not Robo, we will probably sell Simicas. Robo will stay, in my opinion. Okay. If you want to sell Simicas, that's like what, 6, 7 players that you want to replace. Is it honestly for it's not FIFA, man, but it's going to be like a tough watch for Liverpool fans next season, in my opinion. If it doesn't and it's still like you guys are like doing well, it's probably some Salah magic, in my opinion. Ainsley says Stiller will be at Liverpool.
Oh
Interesting.
yeah, coming to Stiller, like I just looked at the Bundesliga table and Stuttgart fell off like they're the 10th place. What
Did
the
you
hell?
see his performance yesterday? He ended up scoring a own goal
One goal also.
Oh no, I didn't see anything.
The one time I
against
watched Stiller,
Leverkusen.
the one time Ainsley and the people on this channel and the panel, right? For Stiller's mental health, I hope he doesn't come to the Premier League, because if he has one stinker, right, it is going to be chaos. And it is not even, it's not going to be regarding his performance, it's going to be regarding his appearance and all that stuff. It has
Bro,
happened to.
these days I just love watching the Bundesliga, man. It's just such a different ball game to what it is in the
Yeah,
Premier
yeah,
League. It's
true.
so fast. It's just so
Mm,
much fun to watch, and the amount of players that are there,
mm,
so much technical
mm,
quality. The other day I
mm,
watched like Frankfurt's game, watching Ekitike. Before that,
mm,
watching Mainz. Before that, watching like Dortmund and all. Like it's just fun, bro. And
mm,
some
Yeah,
of these
it's
players
fun.
deserve to like play in these leagues only. Like, don't shift them to the Premier League. Don't like get the pressure of them being performing for a bigger
mm,
club. That gets
mm,
to their
mm,
heads. They are restricted. Their game changes completely.
mm. Yeah. Mm,
But also like it's like no defense and inshallah, man, like it's pure
Yeah,
vibes.
exactly.
But
Yeah, actually.
mm. True. Well, that's it from us.
Sujit,
We just wait for like few comments. Yeah, Raja. What's up?
there is an uncle behind you. Say hello to him.
That uncle's been there for quite a long time, bro.
Oh,
Ask him to subscribe when you leave, bro.
yeah, subscribe.
Raja. The uncle has been there on the stream more than you have been on the stream. Respect. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, before we wrap up the stream, we'll wait for like 1 or 2 minutes. I mean, 30 seconds. If there are no comments, then we'll wrap it up. Any final words from the panel, by the way, before we wrap
Bro,
it
I
up?
was casually scrolling FootMob to check matches for today, and I realized international break started.
Uh-huh. I'm kind of excited for the women's Arsenal team. We're playing in Madrid.
When is the game?
18th, tomorrow, basically. Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow night. Done.
Mm-hmm. Prathamesh, bye-bye, guys. Yeah. Have a good night. Sleep well, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Are you sure?
Hey, seriously, if Liverpool lose two games in the next three, I mean, we're back in business. But we have to win
And
ours.
by the
But
way, they play Everton next. So
Everton and
maybe
Fulham in next two games. Even like West Ham, like in the next three. So like I think they might drop
Fucking
at
hell,
least
bro.
It
one,
is at
two, points in two
Everton
games.
at Everton at Anfield. Hey, okay, they have to go to
Guaranteed
Fulham,
thing.
but look at Arsenal. Look at Arsenal next three games. Okay, you can have to look. I have no idea who we're playing. Who are we playing? Ah,
Honestly, who are
we,
we playing?
we are playing Brentford. We are playing
At
Ipswich. Oh, we're playing Brentford at the Emirates. We're playing Ipswich at Ipswich home, and then we're playing Crystal Palace at Arsenal home.
doable games, bro. Doable.
But looking at our attack, nothing is doable at this point.
Fuck that, bro. We're playing Real Madrid.
Saka will be back.
Oh, damn, bro, not gonna be. Eh? Arush, what is this Gen Z language? Help me.
Damn, bro. NT is gonna be a bitch. What?
National break. What's the
Oh,
Oh, no, national. Oh, damn crazy.
international break? I guess.
I think he went at national bank. Yeah.
Ainsley, type properly, bro.
Oh, by the way, I realized that Ainsley is not your age. He's like 21, 22. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, he's elder than me, bro. I
Uh-huh.
just met him through a GC. Like, we used to play PES, bro, back in the days.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
So
okay,
I
okay.
met
Nah.
him there. And he's from Goa
Mm-hmm.
only, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Anything Goa, like Arush will like give some. Uh, yeah, looks like the stream has come to its natural end. Um, Thank you so much, guys, for all the views, for all the concurrent viewers, for all the chat, for increasing the subscribers from 533 to 535. It's a nice number. Hopefully, we
Yeah,
hit the 600 subscribers soon. Any final words from the panel before we wrap it up completely?
nothing, man. Been a great,
Nothing?
nothing
great
much.
time.
Nothing? Cool. Uh, we'll definitely come with new content during this international break. What exactly? We'll definitely figure it out on the way. Till then, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you're on. Bye bye. Peace.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Good night.